Yo, Cognitive, what's up, dude? Yo, D-Man, what up? What up? Let the jank commence. You know, it's actually it's been, you know, there's been hiccups and stuff, but honestly, overall, it's been pretty good. It's been pretty good, honestly. There's a couple of things that are pretty stupid, but I think they're working out the kinks. At least for this patch, it should be decent. Yo, Obsidian, what's up, dude? Nox, what up? Yo, Solom, Andy, what up? UKE, what up? Yo, Fire, good to see you, bro. What up, what up? How we doing, Keb? It's good to hear. Been a bit since I played. It's not perfect yet. Like, if you're still waiting for, like, that perfect patch where you feel great every time you log in, I'd still wait. But my play sections have been longer. I'm having more fun. Way less consistent. Game-breaking bugs since the beginning of the year. Elevators, I can't tell you the last time an elevator broke on me. So, I mean, things overall are pretty good. They fixed the QT fuel bug in the new patch, which is good. I tested it a couple of times. But if there's anything that you guys think is still really broken on the PTU, dude, maybe we look into those today, see if we can get an issue council going or something. Yo, Arcbird, what's up, dude? How we doing? Yeah, doing good, Obsidian. Doing good, doing good. Chilling, chilling, chilling. Yo, Snake, what's up, dude? How we doing, brother? Yo, so kind of good news. I was having an issue with my VKB gunfighters, and I think it ended up just being a skill issue, which is good. It was user error, I think. I wasn't tightening the bolts tight enough on the stick to the base part, and because I wasn't doing that, it was just, you know, eventually coming loose. I really just said, screw it, I'm going to tighten it till it doesn't spin anymore. And gave it everything I got, and it's been good ever since. So hopefully it stays that way. I was wondering why I never had the same issue. Is that what you did? You like really just cranked it until it didn't tighten anymore? Because if that's what you did from the beginning, maybe, yeah, skill issue. Bedpin issues, weapons dropping, weapons don't shoot after switch, FPS shit. Oh, yeah. Unfortunate. I haven't had any of those issues in PTU. To be honest with you, on live I have. It's really tough because some of those issues are really hard to test without the concurrency of live. And I'm not just trying to like give CIG a pass, because they definitely need to fix it. But it's like, did they fix it? Did they not fix it? I don't know. It's really hard to tell until we go live. And then once we go live, all the, you know, some of the stupid bugs creep back in. Berks, I'm dying, not immediate or anything. Just eventually. Yeah, me too. Me too. Was the cooler loose? Wait, what do you mean? No, I'm talking about a stick issue. Okay, and hey, listen, maybe not what you're thinking. Controller stick, okay? Get your mind out of the gutter. Yo, Fish, what's up, dude? What up, what up? Yo, Bravo. Yo, Nimrod, what up, dude? Howdy. Good afternoon. Y'all. Partner. Yo, Socially, what up, dude? What up, what up, what up? You speak my language, of course. Partner, we're gonna have to go down to the rodeo. Lasso us up some honey butter chicken biscuits. Driverless trucks launch in Texas. Is this new? I feel like hasn't driverless trucks been a thing for a little bit now? Am I crazy? Yo, Val, what up, dude? I don't know. I didn't think that was a new thing. I was surprised when it made headlines this week. Like, what the heck? No idea. Just saw the headline on LinkedIn. Oh, understood. Understood. Yeah, wrestle us up. Wrestle us up. Wrestle us a bounty is what we might do here. So we pretty much figured out in terms of PTU. I think maybe one of the new best PTU fighters, in case anyone's interested, is the Talon, actually. The Talon. Right now I've got stealth components on it. I'm thinking about throwing regular Palisade shields on it, see how those hold up. But the stealth shields are really good. And the reason they're really good is because people can't see you until 2.5k, which wouldn't matter if they're in like a Hornet or something. Maybe I can get the jump on them. But what it's really good at is negating missiles. It's like better than I expected. I wasn't expecting it to be so good, to be honest. Or I would have hopped in one sooner. How's the Hawk this patch? I don't think good, but I haven't tested it. I could try. Maybe we take a look at Urkel and see. I think that the problem with the Hawk is that it's undergunned and underhealthed. It's like both the issues that you don't want to have with the ship, or most ships have one or the other. It has both. And it's not even stealthy, so I don't know what the hell that thing's supposed to do. I feel like it should maybe have interceptor tuning. I don't know. I wish you could EMP missiles. That'd be cool. That'd be cool. I wish EMP actually meant something as well, you know? I don't know if EMP is working. I actually think it might be, but I don't know if, I don't know. Man, maybe we should try it. Maybe we should try it. How much is the Hawk? We can make a trip to Astro Armada. Astro Armada.
Launch complete.
Home of all the weird ships. Yeah, you know you used to be able to EMP missiles? There's lots of stuff you used to be able to do, actually. Wow. I'm in a queue. Maybe what we'll do is we'll look for bounties, and next time a bounty takes us to R-Corp, then we'll try the Hawk. I don't think it's going to be good, by the way. I think it's going to be bad. Oh, there's only one. It's this guy. You know, I think bounties on live will be much more fun, just because one, it's not going to be the same 5 people over and over again. And then the other thing is people will actually be doing stuff to get their crime stat. Astro Armada, home of waiting in line for AFK people at the terminal. Wait, what? Really? People do that? What for? I assume the Hawk is good for PvE, probably. Yeah, I'd say so. You know, it's actually an interesting thought, and let's do this while we're on the way over there. Interesting thought would be like, what would a Hawk look like with all NDBs? You know? Like if you went through the pain, which it would be pain, by the way, to get those, unless you duped them. Every time I go, I have to wait. Weird. I'm going at the right times, I guess. Okay, wait. Pause. Get Urkel on the screen. All right. So, was it Anvil, Hawk? Okay, let's base it like a Gladius. Okay? So we're gonna go 1 for 1 Gladius with a CF repeater loadout just to like kind of get a good idea of where we're at DPS wise. Yeah. Am I missing this? Yeah. There. So with full power to weapons, we're getting sustained 873, burst, we're getting 1600. Okay. Hawk. If we do all CF repeaters, and this could change based on the weapon, so I'm not gonna just, you know, completely give up on it immediately. So sustained, we technically have more sustained. Burst, we technically have more. Okay, great. So you have more DPS than the Gladius. That's a good start, I'd say. Oh, switch it to PTU, true. I don't think anything's changed, FYI. But yeah, it's a good point. Name it the Wasp with that ass. Dude, I actually love the way the Hawk looks. I think it looks so sick. Okay, let's I guess just check out, make sure that the number is the same. I think it is. It was like 890 something. Hey, Stuart, what's up? Good morning, dude. Hope you're good. Yeah, it was like right there. So this is like the same. It looks like on PTU, for whatever reason, I think you have to use one more weapon slot, which is interesting, but whatever. That's fine. Okay, so 890 and then 1750. Cool. And then Gladius. Yep, it's less. Okay. So, little bit more DPS. That's good. Other thing we want to look at is its overall health, right? So, how do you like highlight the... There we go. HP. So, overall, 7,000 HP, 2,000 on the body. Wing, belly. Nose is 2,000. Okay, what about the Hawk? So you got 2,200 is basically the most damage you can pretty much take. Take a little bit less to the body, actually. That's surprising to me. I thought you took more damage to the body before dying in the Gladius. Okay, and then HP on the Hawk, 11,000, but it's got... The difference is it's got the so body 3,000, canopy 5,000, left narsal, is that how you say that? Left narsal, right narsal have not got that much HP, and then the tail's got 1,500. Nose has got 1,500. So little weaker than the Gladius overall. What about pitch yaw roll? So 65, 48. That's bad, I think. 65, 48. This doesn't matter. Roll actually does not matter. You could roll like half the speed in all fighters and it wouldn't matter. So just looking at these two. So 65, 48. So it's slower than the Gladius in both. So it get outturned. Yeah, it just seems like it's probably worse. Let's look at strafing. Oh, this is boosted. Okay, boosted's a little bit better. 78, 58. Yeah, still worse. What about... Its top speed is actually worse as well. And its backward speed. Its top speed in nav is worse, which is surprising. It's a bounty hunting ship. Nozzle? Okay. Nozzle. Got it. Did they buff the Hawk and maneuvers are rotated? Sorry, it used rotate really slow with the nose. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's better than the Gladius, which, you know, the Gladius is like the best dogfighter, so kind of hard to compare. But I was looking at strafing. I was trying to look at strafes, but I think you need to like look at this one to do that. Hold on. Wait. Is there... Am I blind? Hawk. Oh wait, and then Gladius. Okay, very selected. All right. Last thing I just wanted to look at really quick. Yaboost. Doesn't it show its G's on here or no? There's another website that shows the G's. Maybe that's what I need to be looking at. Anyway. May the force be with you. Hey, listen, bro. I gotta be honest. I'm not really a Star Wars fan these days. I wish I was. That phrase does not hold as much weight with me as it used to. Sad to say. I totally forgot it was May the 4th. Yo, Burvey, what's up, dude?
Quantum travel engaged.
Yo, Andor's good though, yeah? SB viewer. Okay, let's look at this. I've never done this before, so you guys might need to help me. You were my brother, Anakin. You know, I think like looking back to Return of the Sith. Revenge of the Sith was actually pretty good. Or had its moments at least. Okay, Gladius, and then how do I compare? I don't think this is actually the website I was thinking of. Can I recommend the Talon? Dude, yeah, I think I can. I can recommend the Talon. I was winning duels in it yesterday. Against, I would say, pretty good pilots. And not only, and it's I would say a worse ship, technically, just because I have the worst shields is all. Because I have the stealth shields on right now. So, I mean, that should only speak for the fact that, one, I think it has really good nose authority. Its atmospheric profile is really good. So, like, whenever you are raid fighting someone in it, you can, like, stay on them, like, the whole time and not feel like you're wobbling. Because it's very, it almost feels like the old Arrow is what it feels like. In terms of its nose authority. So, like, let me see if I can merge on this guy. Oh, thank you, Snake. Thank you. That's exactly what I'm looking for. You should be flying a Scorpius today. You know, I've always thought the Buccaneer kind of feels more like the X-Wing than the Scorpius. Is that crazy? I feel like it does. It does have ESP problems, I think. But I don't know what causes them. Okay, so... well, I guess this is just like a 400i, but whatever. Right? Like, if I'm raid fighting someone, like, it feels so smooth to do this. In Atmo, like, this thing probably is the best atmospheric fighter, I'd say. You can't do this with really any other ship. Like, it's pretty nuts that you can just rotate like that. Full speed. So, in terms of atmospheric fighters, I think the Talon takes the cake. It really just depends on, like, the situation and, like, if people are, you know, in Hornets, because I think if they're in Hornets, it'd be a hard fight. But just in terms of raid fighting, dog fighting. How did I get unfollowed? I don't know. Welcome back though, bro. I need a light fighter. Yeah, you're definitely still gonna lose to a Hornet, I think. But you know, this range is when they'd start seeing you. You know, so I'm already 1.8. You know, I boost in. Their shields are halfway down before they even see me. You know, and if they're in a Hornet, they kind of deserve it. Okay, let's be honest. I want to test the ESP stuff in AC in the Talon. See if it feels the same. Shaped like a bird, so I expected to do well in atmosphere. No, me too, but based on what they're talking about, how the atmospheric profile of ships is going to go eventually, I don't think any ship is going to be able to do what I just did. Like, you'll only be able to do that in space, which, I don't know. Maybe that's good.
Landing. Engines off.
I've yet to like, I guess, understand what CIG really wants to do with atmospheric combat, especially because here's something you guys have to remember is atmospheric combat does not mean one thing like it does in any other video game. Atmospheric combat means 20 different things because there's light atmo and kind of light atmo, and then you can be in heavy atmo and fly up and be in sort of light atmo. You know what I mean? So like, it's a very, I think, difficult thing to balance actually. As the other side of it is like in space, you just got to balance it once. Space is the same everywhere pretty much. I think the Talon is supposed to have some supercharged shields per lore. Yeah, it used to have them. They took them out, and here's why they took them out. Are you ready? They took them out because people were putting them on other ships, and CIG didn't like that. So the shields were mitigating 100% of ballistics until you hit 0, and CIG only wanted the Tavaran ships to have that. I don't know why they didn't just lock them. That probably would have been the solution. Yeah, Sucrin, and then there was another one that was the Talon size. It wasn't as good, but it was called like something that sounded similar. Yeah, the Phalanx shields. Yep. Phalanx shields I don't think are coming back. Yeah, that's just a lore thing. They're not coming back, I don't believe. Now, would it be cool if they did? Yeah, oh my god. Yeah, that would be super sick. I would love more ships to have more personality like that, but I don't think that CIG's gonna do it. I think I'm actually gonna hit the convention center. I just haven't been yet. I mainly just want to see what these scripts look like. Yeah, on the Idris soon. We're trying to get 600. Oh, that's right. That's right. Oh, shit. I forgot there's a stress test happening right now. Oh, I'm glad I signed on. That's happening in like 14 minutes, huh? Okay, sick. I'm on the way. Aren't blades also in PTU? Not yet, but the physical item of the blade is in. We just don't know what it does yet. They said we're going to be able to change flight characteristics. So, guys, I'm really bummed. I'm going to be gone for Invictus. The beginning, that is. I'm going to be gone for the first 2 days. I'm really getting some FOMO. It won't be that bad. It won't be that bad. But, I've never missed the beginning of an Invictus before. And, I think some cool shit's going to happen. Personally. Whoa. I shouldn't have opened my mouth. What was I thinking? Like swapping pitch yaw rate or increasing the speed which you can go but lowering the power you can put to shields, or something like that. That's almost what it's making them sound like they're doing, which, if you guys remember, is exactly what they talked about wanting to add at IEE. It could be big. It could be really, really big, honestly. It could be massive. Like, that could be a massive, like, huge game changer for all of combat, all of ships. We're just gonna have to see how it works. We don't know. Can't you ask Chris to reschedule? Dude, well, the only reason I planned this vacation out in May, which I probably won't do again, to be honest with you guys, was because I thought they were going to do it at the end of May like they always do. I'm going to miss all the good pledge store steals? No, I think they're going to do some gameplay stuff. That's my guess, at least. I think they have something cooking up.
I was watching you on a cross-country flight and your brother got me hyped for Ark Raiders, and holy Berks Berking Ark Raiders is good.
Nice.
Just sharing. Enjoy your vacation, boss.
No, thank you, bro. Nice. Yeah, I think that game does look good, honestly. I don't know if I'm going to play it. I don't know if it seems like my thing. I kind of, you know, I'm kind of interested, but I mean, I think it looks awesome. I made a comparison graph of all the fighters in live. It's in your DMs. Okay. Thanks, dude. So what do these little scripts look like that are like hiding everywhere? Is it like an Easter egg hunt? Do I have to like check under here? Under the bench or something? Did they already get scooped up? Is that what happened? 345 people on the server? Damn. I guess that's why the tram was acting all wonky. Do we have any news of the release of 411? Still some, I think, bugs that are blocking the release that they're working on. So it won't be Monday. But I would expect sometime next week, to be honest. Interesting. Bunch of components just chilling out here as well. Has anyone actually looked for these scripts? I don't know what they're supposed to look like. I just want to find a singular one. That's it. I don't even know if they're spawning though. Hype for the new missions. Dude, I'm hyped for PvP bounty hunting. Here's something that I think is really cool. Nobody will ever want for PvP ever again. And you know what, guys? Stanton's about to get a whole lot fucking safer. Because think about this. We have never had server meshing and PvP bounty hunting before. When you get a bounty, in minutes, you'll have at least a few bounty hunters on you. Right? Because there's 600 players. Chances are someone is going to be near you and someone is going to be interested. Out of 600 players, it's likely someone's going to want to, you know, come after you, especially for 150k. I'm going to miss engineering and base building, Nick's new ships. Oh, I don't think all that, but I do think I'm going to miss a little something. Maybe nothing huge. All good though, all good. I'll catch up when we get back. All good. Aren't they little blocks? I've never seen them. I literally don't know what they look like. I could have already passed one. But I thought they were literally saying that they were like hidden around the... hidden around the area? I don't know. The hell? Screen disconnected. So like, is this where the AI blades are going to be then? I'm assuming so, yeah. Why would they leave this whole area blank? Someone gets a crime stat and goes to pyro. Does it show their bounty? It's not supposed to. It usually doesn't, but there's a bug right now where it can happen. Oh, is this it? Chat? I found Black Mountain. It's like a coffee or something. Yeah. That's not it. That's not it. Shit. No AI blades, just flight blades. Yeah, same thing. That's what I meant. Same thing. I didn't mean that they... yeah, if you would have heard me talking about him earlier, you wouldn't have thought that I thought that it was going to be like controlling your turret gunners. But honestly, if they do release some that control your turret gunners, I wouldn't be surprised. It's not like they can't do that right now, I don't think. Right? They already have PDS. They've had NPC turret gunners for, you know, the whole life of the game, pretty much. That is how we know Berks have not yet been the store's in-game proper. Wait, what? You mean I didn't spend enough time in the pledge store? Is that what you're saying? How dare you? Do they have the new Anvil on show? No. I don't think so. So here's the deal, chat. Elevators have been working in the PTU. But I think there's like 400 people on the server right now, so it's really, really, really rough at the moment. Yeah, 379 people on the server. Oh. See you later, chumps. You already know all the food and drinks in game, really? Yeah, listen, dude, I just don't believe in that stuff, you know? If I'm thirsty, I'll lay in the med bed the way God intended. How hasn't it crashed? 380 is insane. I don't know, but I've lost audio. I don't know if you guys hear. Like, I have no audio. All I can hear is like ambient audio.
Tram now leaving the station. Stand clear of the doors.
Nothing. This is so weird. Like the audio servers are fucking up. Everyone's going to the interest. I'm on the way. I'm on the way. I hope I'm going to the right location. Yeah, I'll be at the ArcCorp Tower in a second. Wow, is this going to be a record for most people together in game? I think it is. I think that the main reason this is possible is because, like, nobody's shooting at each other. Yo, Spader, what's up with the 23? Thanks, brother. Same audio issues in live today. Also had 600 people pretty steadily on you. Interesting.
0 by 0.
Interesting. Yeah, it's fixed now. I'm good. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna have to stay on the tram, I think. Got on the wrong one. Server hit 400 and my game crashed. I'm still in. Yeah, it says 408 now.
Now arriving.
We need more. More. Do I stay on here to go to the convention center, or do I gotta go to the next one? Or sorry, yeah, the plaza is what I meant. Okay, hear me out. We self-destruct the Idris, Chad, and we get the first ever CS6. It would be epic. Tom was 470 pop at Area 18. Yeah, but they weren't all together. 470 spread out through all of the ArcCorp area, right? Because Laria, Badgeny, all that. I think this is like everyone's trying to go to the Idris tour, right? But maybe there was more at the Idris tour that day. I don't know. I was just thinking in my head of like the time Morph got those like 110 people together on one ship. I guess that's more of what I'm saying. Maybe the record for the most amount of people in one ship, or like in one like visible area. That's what I meant to say. But yo, 429, it's getting higher. It's Badgeny. I'm going to keep calling it Badgeny just to piss you off. Is it stress test time? Dude, it is stress test time. And I've got 19 frames. You know what I should do? I should probably open up my my hardware monitor. Let's see.
Tram now leaving the station. Stand clear of the doors.
Just curious how my CPU runs. Actually, it's running really cool at the moment. Well, cool for me. Cool for me. Surprisingly, with, you know, this performance, I figured it would be going ham, but it's not. I guess we'll see once we get up to the Idris. I ended up on PTU, server of 20 people in the shard. Probably because everyone else is on this one. I've totally lost audio, by the way. Yo, can we talk about how I have, like, probably the best specs on the planet, aside from a 5090? I'm, like, a little bit shy. And, I'm getting 16 FPS, bro. Oh, man. Hey, also, I'm pissed off. Do you guys want to know why I'm pissed? You guys want to know why I'm pissed? My Million Mile High Club access doesn't work for some reason. The hell? I earned that fair and square. I scammed 1,100 people into buying the game. I'm supposed to get... Great view of the city from the aft of the hangar. Nice, nice. Yeah, dude, honestly, it looks great up there. I've been up there a couple of times. I don't know if I can actually get up to the top, to be honest with you guys. They're saying there's 200 people on the Idris right now, and the elevators are just not working. I almost want to, like, stand in the middle and, like, wait to see which side opens up, and then I'll run to it. Oh, go, 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 go. Let me in, let me in. Okay, someone press the button, I'm pretty sure. Push! Okay, we're going. It's chugging, it's chugging. I've never been more scared for my entire life than right there. Oh, baby, we made it. We made it just in time, just in time. Oxaloxy added me to the party. What the heck? Oh, I guess, like, he's on the Idris. People are about to clip out of what? The Idris? My God. I want to take a look around where everyone is. Highlight ready room. Bridge is up ahead. Someone in Global said there were 60 people on the bridge, so that's where I'm heading. Out of the way, out of the way. Oh my God. Quite a few. Is this 60 people? Maybe close. Oh my God! What the hell? Did Star Citizen Jesus just come back? People are getting raptured. I wasn't chosen, I guess. You know, that's fair. I'm going to Star Citizen hell. I deserve it. What on earth just... Wait, can I loot those guys? Oh, I don't know. Okay, there was a briefing room that people were at. Which way is that? Where's the briefing room? This way? That's what it looks like. It looked exactly like those people just ascended up to heaven. Oh my God. Wow. Thank you everyone for coming. Thank you everyone for coming. As everyone knows, we're a little low on funding this year, so I'm going to need each and every one of you to buy at least 2 javelins, a Perseus, and if you're feeling generous, maybe a Rock DS. Thank you, and I appreciate you supporting the game. I don't think anyone heard me. It's okay. Hangar, I guess. Let's see if anyone's there. The joke is, if you guys don't know, funding is like extremely high this year. Like way higher than normal. Everyone stop moving? Uh-oh. Brace for impact. Here it comes. Is this the right way? No, this is up. Where's down? This is pretty bad. But I'm also semi-impressed. Like, it's bad, but also, like, you know, oh, there we go. I was kind of expecting that sooner, to be honest. Let's see how fast it recovers. $438, by the way, chat. 438 in the area. You like the old music more? Just in-game music. Server's failing, needs help. I mean, here's the truth, guys, is what other video game has good performance with 438 people in the same spot? I mean, can you get 438 people in the same spot in Eve without tie-dye? I genuinely don't know. I'm just asking. Star Atlas, true. Yo, Brad, what's up? We're doing good. Little bit of a stress test going on right now. Little over 400 people here at the ArcCorp Idris tour. And, well, not all of them are here, to be honest. But quite a few. Over 200 people on the ship. PlanetSide 2, absolutely. I don't think so, actually. Right? Like, PlanetSide 2, I've played quite a bit. Once you get about 200-300 people together, it really starts lagging. Right? Like anyone else play PlanetSide? Am I crazy? I feel like that's the case. Every time I played, more than 200 people in the same spot really starts to chug. Very impressive to get 1,000 people on the same map, though. Not recently? Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure recently PlanetSide has just not had that many people playing. Whoa, this is cool. How far can you go out? Damn, this is actually probably one of the cooler views I've ever seen in the game. Just very laggy. Cool. Yeah, but this guy's moving. Oh, people are moving again. That's good. I will say it looks like people are rapidly leaving the area. Okay, cool. All right, chat. I think I'm gonna get out of here. We're gonna skedaddle. Unless, is there anything else we need to do here? Like, what was the stress test? Was restricted area for your safety. You're being relocated. Interesting. I was just gonna say, for the stress test, they just wanted us all at ArcCorp. Can you actually walk back in now? Wait, what do you mean? From the ramp? Stress testing the whole area around the expo. Can do anything from just walking around, renting, buying stuff, dropping stuff on the ground, do all that. Oh, okay. What would be the most destructive, chat? I have an idea. Let's go buy a bunch of shit from the from like a store, put it in a backpack, and then just start going ham on the ground. Maybe there's like a lightweight item that you can buy a lot of. You're dropping mags on the ground? That's a good idea. Oh, man. It's brutal in here. I'll tell you what, it's brutal. It's like I'm playing a slideshow. I think that, like, when people think of Star Citizen, this is the experience they think they're going to get every time they open the game. Is this the interest? Yeah. Okay, wait. Where's the exit? I need to get the fuck out of here. Where's the exit? I could just open the map, but I'm just doing a loop. This way? Did I literally miss it? No. I thought the docking collars were at the end. Yeah, here it is. Easy. Oof. Goodbye, 12 FPS. Yeah, that's pretty good for Star Citizen, actually. 13 FPS? That's pretty good. That's pretty good. This game may never get better. I don't feel like this is a good indicator of that. I feel like the game's been getting a lot better. Here's the problem. Why is CIG insisting on making this event one place when they wouldn't do that for an in-game event? Or sorry, like a literal event. Like a supply or die. You know what I mean? Like, they wouldn't do it because they didn't want 600 players going to the same place on that. But why design it so everyone has to go to the same place on this? You know? Like, it seems like a bit of an oversight. Goodbye, 12 FPS. Hello, 14 FPS. Hell yeah, the upgrades. Combat versus no combat. I understand that, but I mean, the performance speaks for itself, doesn't it? Unless it's a stress test for something. Well, I understand us having a stress test for something, but there's nothing unique, I think, about this stress test other than having all these people in the same spot. So therefore, I think that you could have potentially recreated that without, you know, banking the event's, you know, life or death on it. You know what I mean? Like, okay, it works, it doesn't work. All right, let's figure out something else. You know what I mean? Like, because this can't be the performance when it goes live. You think the janitors would clean up all the dead bodies? No, bro. No. They're just sleeping. They're just sleeping. I guess we could go buy something. Man, I'm like... I feel like I'm hallucinating with the low FPS here. Eventually, they'll have to be able to handle hundreds of players in the same location. Clearly, we're not quite there yet. No, I disagree. I think that's what instancing should be for. Star Citizen, let me put it this way. There's no reason I need to see all the other 400 players here. They could split us up into 4 different servers at the landing zone and 100 people like per landing zone instance it, and it wouldn't be a problem at all. There would be no issue aside from if you had a party and then you just have that party together all on the same server, right? Like, that would be the reason I think you would want to instance. And landing zones are the perfect thing to instance because there's no combat. It doesn't matter if you instance them, you know, because there's really no weight in not being able to interact with someone who you can't shoot. You know what I mean? You just want to be able to see people. It needs to feel seamless. Can break up the community? What do you mean that? Well, here's the problem, Ruckaride. You're talking about what's possible versus what isn't possible. You know what I mean? breaking up the community is as simple. You know, like we're already doing that by splitting people all into not one server. Like there are other people once this goes live who will be on one server versus another. It's the same thing, isn't it? And if it's not the same thing, can you explain to me why it isn't? It's better than nothing. My point is if it works and it feels seamless and it feels good and you still see people and they're pushing it to the absolute limit, I have no problem with it. Now, if they were being lazy and they were just like, hey guys, we're just going to do like 10 people per shard and we're going to do peer-to-peer and it's going to like, you know what, they do it in like the most like lame way possible. Yeah, sure. I could understand that. Yeah, I'm definitely not advocating for splitting the community up, FYI. Game is the best of sci-fi with none of its flaws, which makes me feel overachievingly bad. Best of sci-fi with none of its flaws. Wouldn't it be the opposite? I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, best of sci-fi with all of its flaws? I mean, I feel like... I don't know. Unless I'm just not getting the way you're saying, man. They're gonna make me shower in game. They better follow real-life norms. Yeah, I don't think that the showering thing is gonna be anything other than you go to a planet and you get contaminated with something. I think that that's how like showering will work in the future. I don't think you're just gonna have to shower daily for the heck of it. Here's how I see it, okay? And tell me if I'm crazy. How I see the life of my NPC while I'm offline is if I log out at a station, when I wake back up, my character should be rested, hydrated, fed, and showered. Like the insinuation should be while I'm doing my real life, my character is doing all that. And maybe that sounds crazy, but other games do that. And not only that, but that's actually kind of what CIG described back in the day. Like they said that the idea would be when you sign off that your character would like kind of turn it into an NPC instead of disappearing. No, they've said it, Easy Flips. That's why he's bringing it up. They've said you're going to have to shower. Now, hear me out. If you log out on a ship in the middle of nowhere, you wake up hungry, thirsty, maybe rested. You have to bring your own stuff. But if you're at a station, I think, I think you should wake up with those status effects personally, even if it costs money to stay at a station. How do you even make landing zones instance? It would be so hard. How? Crystal, how do you enter a landing zone? The hangar, right? How do you leave the landing zone? A hangar, right? That's all you got to do. Boom. You just found your door. Hangars are already instance, exactly. What about New Babbage for instancing? There's an elevator there. The good part about CIG making elevators everywhere is at least it's a quote-unquote door for an instance. Again, guys, they already figured out how to make elevators quote-unquote doors for instances. They do it with your hangars every day. You go in and out of an instance 20 times a day whenever you play Star Citizen. Okay, wait, hold on. I'm looking for ammo of some sort. Fall asleep in a sketchy era, wake up on a different planet. I kind of think it would be cool if that could happen. You could be like kidnapped or something. I wouldn't mind that for some sort of... They said kidnapping's coming in the game, so I don't know. Maybe that's stupid, but Okay, grenades would actually be hilarious. I wonder how many of these I could fit in my backpack. I'm gonna buy like 200. Should be enough. Dude, it is so laggy. 475 people in the area now, Chad. Yo, Burvey, what'd you say was the one the other day? 473? 10 FPS? Yeah, it's really bad. It's really, really bad. No disagreement from me here. I'm splitting this in half. Okay, I can fit like maybe 160, 170 grenades. So I'm going to try that. Uh-oh. Maybe a little too much. Nice. Okay. I bet I can fit the rest in like my pockets. Or pretty close. Nice. Nice. Okay, I'm full. Let the chaos commence. Can you go to the hospital and call the elevator? I don't think I can help you. Like, I don't think it will work, but I could try. I think it's just because elevators are stuck right now because it's so bad. Can you do a salvage mission with a handheld multi-tool? 100%. Or handheld salvage tool, you can absolutely do it. I think that the only requirement... Where is this bad boy? So there's 2 elevators. I'm going to press both buttons. Okay. That one worked. That one worked. Okay. Godspeed, my friend. Hopefully that works for you. Invisible Polaris fix? There hasn't been a patch, so no. What's up with the slideshow? There's 500 people at ArcCorp right now. We're going back up to the Idris, I think. They're doing a stress test at the moment. CIG hates all computers equally. Do you guys want to hear something? My CPU has stayed extremely cool through this entire process. Like 60 degrees, which is, again, pretty cool for what's happening on screen. It's just got to be because there's like no fighting going on. No physics, really. Well, there is physics, just not the same. Oh, perfect timing. Perfect timing. No. Wait. Yo, that was so close. I almost went to the wrong floor. Same here. CPU, GPU's not having a hard time. Very interesting. And see, here's the interesting thing, right? Is like, I talked to someone recently who said CIG, someone from CIG was claiming that part of these issues were because people didn't have good enough PCs. Okay, well, what the fuck is this then? You know, my PC's having a great time, but the servers are definitely not. I'm not kidding, by the way. I'm not kidding. I mean, if what they said was true, take it with a grain of salt. PC specs, I've got a 4080, 64 gigabytes DDR5, 6000 hertz, M2 NVMe, and I've got a 9800 X3D. It's insane to claim. I don't know who it was. It could be one of the devs that don't know what they're talking about in that area, just so you know. But that's what I heard. Again, take it with a grain of salt. Todd Howard take. Yeah, I'm air cooled. And again, I'm sitting at 60 degrees, which is cool for me. Typically, I'm running like 80 degrees. All right, chat. I'm gonna just start dropping grenades. You get a grenade. You get a grenade. It's not letting me drop anything, actually. Oh, is it because I'm in armistice? No. Chat, I fucked up. You can't drop grenades in armistice zones because they're considered a weapon. No. Son of a... Water? I would... well, I should have bought waters. I just, you know, I didn't think of it because I hate them. You know, so... oh. My CPU's at 90%. I got 20 to 25 FPS. What CPU do you have? This is a straight up server side issue. You can't update your client fast enough, so it's bottlenecking your CPU GPU. Understood. So much for being a martyrdom, dude. That's what I was thinking. Unfortunate. Wait, chat. You know what we can do that I wanted to do? Was I wanted to jump off the front of the Idris. Just being honest. It was too tempting not to. The view looked too good. Oh my god. Is this the flight ready floor? So it goes down? Okay. Fuck water coolers. Yeah, we were talking about this yesterday. Some people prefer them, some people don't. You definitely run hotter with an air cooler. It's hard for me not to admit that. You know, as an air cooler enjoyer. I've had AIOs before. Oh, it closed? Oh, wait, the back's open. Whoa, look how many people are in here. This is insane. This has definitely got to be the most people ever on one ship, right? I'm going to try to get everyone to start jumping for 60 seconds to test physics. I don't know if that will be a good test or not. I wonder if people will do it. Jump. Everyone jump. Is anyone else jumping? I'm the only one jumping. Nobody else wants to jump. Stop trying to break the game. I'm sorry, you know, it's in my nature. It's only like 10% of the Star System community. I mean, again, I'd say that's pretty good. That's pretty good, but I think there's more than that playing. You think only, what, 4,000 people play the game consistently? I'd say it's much more than that. If I had to guess, probably somewhere around 50,000 unique people play the game at least once a week. If I had to guess. I'm not saying that's concurrency. I'm just saying unique logged ins per week. I have no evidence for that that claim, by the way. Just a complete shot in the dark. This guy trying to... Hey, you trying to push me off? The hell, man? Wait. I got this. No. Where'd that guy go? I'm gonna push him. No, you can't push other people, actually. I'm just stuck. Okay. All right. Geronimo! Dang. I wonder how long it's going to take me to hit the bottom. In the arms of an angel. No, it's actually not that sad. If you're watching online, call the number at the bottom of the screen. You can prevent a streamer from jumping off an interest. Oh my gosh. On my screen, when you were jumping, you were blipping in and out of existence. That's why I wanted everyone else to jump. There's a website that tracks MMO server traffic. It's been a minute since I looked at it, but Star System is getting like 20K average on a weekday. I don't think that website is accurate, to be honest. I know which one you're talking about. I don't know how they track that stuff, but if they're just tracking like logins, it would be hard to say if that's, I don't know. Like I don't know what they're testing again. Hard to say. What's with FPS? They're doing a stress test at the moment. Yeah. Just put Star Citizen on Steam. True. They probably won't ever do that just because, you know, of the huge cut they take. Community photo at Invictus Lobby with one of the big stages. Community photo? Wait. What do you mean? Is that where everyone's going? Why not just do it on the Idris? Is it too shaky there? Oh, my community. I don't know how many motherfuckers are in here, to be honest. Was anyone else crazy enough to log in? Because the randoms won't line up? No, I got you. Oh my gosh. Yo. Hold on a second. Ooh, yo, this is buttery smooth. I got on the other server, chat. Whoa, hold on a second. This is way better. It's almost like I forgot what I was missing. Like 38 frames a second feels pretty good at the moment. Actually log in? No, I live vicariously through Berks, exactly. Yo, what's up, Waka? That was crazy, dude. I don't think I've ever seen so many people in the same spot. That was nuts. A buttery smooth 26 FPS. Or what, 36 FPS is what I meant. Honestly, looks really good. Looks really, really good compared to what I was just at. That's the trick, okay? That's the trick. Here's what you do. What you do is, for the first 5 minutes, every time everyone logs in, you put them at 10 FPS. So when they get 30 FPS, they won't complain. And just call it like shaders are loading every time you log in. Psychological warfare. 582 was the max player count that we hit on that. Oh, damn. That's crazy. Everyone join on Berks. No, please don't break my server. Wait, someone's getting more than 30 FPS? Yeah. No, it's because I'm on a different server. That's why. But 160 on this server at the moment, which is, you know, decent. You're smart. Under-deliver. Under-deliver harder from the start. Oh, man. Audio's broken in my game? Nice. Yeah, it was happening to me too. Make the game good? No. Stockholm Syndrome? That's what I'm saying. This is marketing 101. Come on. Modern solutions Or modern problems, modern solutions. Exactly. This guy gets it.
City Flight is proud to be the official.
You're at my shard. Oh, nice. Cool. Yo, Waka, just for my information, other than getting back on that shard and breaking stuff, is there anything else you need? Is that it? I don't know. If you're even still here, but they feed you 10 FPS, so yeah. When you get 20, it feels like freedom. Exactly. A taste of freedom. Dynamic meshing theoretically would split the Idris into 5 servers. Yeah, it would. Here's my question. We're gathering everything server client side for the next 1 to 5 hours or so. Okay, cool. Good to hear. Maybe I'll try to get back on that server after I get back to Everest. Just so I can get a smooth transition. But feels pretty good on this server. I'm loving the clouds too lately. Like, I feel like, I don't know if clouds have been updated perpetually, but the ones on Aberdeen, I definitely think look the best. You see this graininess in the clouds? It doesn't look too bad, but you can definitely tell. I feel like the ones on Aberdeen don't have that. Have the service running since Friday, soaking, then people spamming at one location for a while. That's all we need. Nice. Cool. Sounds good. I hope you guys get good data from Ed. Have I flown into a hurricane in this game? Well, there's no dynamic weather at the moment, or weather. There's a cloud formation on Pyro 1 that kind of looks like a hurricane, but that's it. Oh, sorry. I guess I got distracted. I guess I was going to say that with the dynamic meshing thing is my question is how densely can they compact servers before it doesn't make sense anymore with dynamic meshing is I guess what I'm wondering. But I think that the overall benefit of dynamic meshing is going to greatly outweigh the few problems it will have with just high intensity or like, I guess like high density player base. You know, so if 200 players get together for a fight or 400 players get together for a fight, that's not going to be something that happens every day, and it's not going to be like a little thing. So maybe dynamic meshing will be good enough to handle that. Let's hope.
Vehicle selected. Stand by. Your vehicle has been delivered to the following location.
Server performance will probably, is that what you're saying? Not be the bottleneck. It'll be client performance. It feels like it's server performance at the moment, at least. But maybe when dynamic meshing comes in, that will change. 200 player fights aren't the norm yet. One can hope. I think that there's 2 reasons why they're not the norm. Number 1, there's nothing to fight over that's worth fighting over with 200 people. Number 2, the performance isn't there yet, so people usually don't even try. How did the NDB arrow loadout go? Not amazing. I kind of want to give NDBs on the Gladius another try. I would do an NDB Talon. I've been thinking about it. It kind of seems like it would be nasty, but I mean, you're kind of purposely cutting your DPS because you're supposed to get 2 size 4s, so it's like kind of a throw up, I think, on what you should get. How is this not a client FPS problem? You're getting like 15 FPS. No, I get that, but my CPU and my GPU were both chilling. You know, it's not like my CPU and GPU were like, help, please. Right? Like, so am I crazy? If it was a CPU GPU problem, like a client problem, wouldn't like my CPU GPU be like on fire? Or at least working at full capacity? I don't know. I don't know. Like, I'm not an expert on this stuff.
Systems on.
It's the main thread on the CPU that's the bottleneck. Probably because one thread that has full capacity and bottlenecking. So isn't Vulkan supposed to partially solve that? Or no? Okay. Okay. Well, interesting. It feels like it's a server side issue as well. Or at least like there are probably still things to be optimized and to be improved upon on the server side as well. I could only imagine that it can't be only... Oh, oopsie.
Landing gear. Systems off.
There we go. Almost forgot the most important part.
Systems on.
The code for that does Vulkan, the code that for Vulkan does the multi-threading is stuck behind the year stability. It's a major patch that has to wait. Did they say that specifically, that they're not doing Vulkan this year because they're focusing on the stability stuff? Or are you just guessing? Well, here's my question, right? Okay, either way, right? Like, let's say it is a client-side problem exclusively. It still doesn't make the issue any better, Chad, right? Like, if anything, that just shows the hard limitations of what these things, you know, what games like this can be. Because if we're having hardware limitations with the best specs in the game, or like on the planet, basically, then, you know, kind of is what it is. Optimization needs to happen for sure, but there's going to be limits. There's going to have to be. All right, let's see if I can do this.
Landing gear down.
That was a little sloppy.
Landing complete.
No. 0 out of 10. It's okay, we're learning. Nah, that was bad. At the moment, the engine is old branch, Vulkan, new branch. It's being cooked, not implemented yet. CIG's word. Okay. Okay. Man, 91 frames feels amazing. Not gonna lie. But did I die? You're right. 1 out of 10. 1 out of 10. Have I tried DLSS 4? I haven't. But only because I haven't gone through the process of installing it manually. I tried to, and it didn't work for me. Like, I followed it step by step 2 different times. So, I don't know. Maybe now that I have the new CPU, I could try again. I know it's not a CPU thing, but... Definitely server side, that's the main issue, but client also is under optimized right now. All the main bugs at the moment. Yeah. True. They're trying to put all the workload as much as possible on the GPU side right now. It's mostly CPU side. Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, still, like, right? Like, I still think that my point stands, which is that we are seeing the, at least for now, until they can optimize more, we get better CPUs, GPUs, whatever. We are seeing sort of the limitations of this tech. Which, nothing wrong with that. Just, you know, it's the truth.
Welcome to the
I don't think it works anymore. NVIDIA made a whitelist and Star Citizen isn't on it. What? That's dumb. There's got to be someone here who's using it. No?
Please visit us again.
You want to see what's actually being optimized? Look forward to Squadron 42. Well, the truth is that single player optimization doesn't really impress me. Just being completely honest. There are lots of really impressive single player optimized games, right? Let's see. How do I get back on that server I was on? Anyone on that server? The 700 person, 600 person one? Oh, Lance was, right? Yeah. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 is nice and it's on CryEngine. Yeah, I haven't played it yet. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm going to play it probably during the subathon. Is the interesting game? It's not, unfortunately. Hard stuff to optimize, graphics, logic, physics stuff. Multiplayer doesn't change that stuff from a performance standpoint. I hate to disagree with you, but it feels like multiplayer absolutely changes it. Like, you might know more than me, but at least from a non-developer standpoint, it feels like calculating physics between other players seems like one of the hardest things to do. Am I wrong? At least that's what people have told me in the past who say they've worked on this stuff. Especially when you're calculating physics that are complicated. Like, for example, ships flying at hundreds of meters a second while they're shooting bullets flying at thousands of meters a second, and it's all physicalized. You know, missiles flying everywhere. Ships flying in every different direction. Pretty tough to do. There's a reason why it really hasn't been done before. Does anyone know a trick to stopping your ship disappearing while QTing? Oh no. Someone else I know was having that issue, but I don't know what the fix was. Star Citizen is a MMO sandbox game. That alone makes it a headache to optimize because so many different actions can happen. Squadron 42 is on rails. Controller cinematics experience much easier. Now, Pedro, just so we're on the record, I actually believe CIG has done a really great job at optimizing the game over the years, actually. Like, I think the game has gotten a lot more optimized. For sure. Especially in places that aren't, like, as taxing. Much more playable. I think they just got to keep going. It's not that I want... Here, maybe this, it sounds like I'm complaining or I'm saying they're never going to be successful or anything like that. That's all I'm saying. I'm hoping for the best possible outcome. That's all. That's all I'm saying. I guess I'm just not trying to get my hopes up. Mostly our hardware got better. I think that you're right, but they have also, for sure, optimized stuff. For sure. There are things that have gotten better optimized. And the only reason I say that is because there was a good, probably 4-year period where I didn't upgrade my PC. I was running an i9, 32 gigabytes of RAM, 2080 Ti. And over the course of a couple of years, for sure, I saw performance increases. For sure. Without ever upgrading. It's crazy how when you go into space, you're all alone with no other clients in the area. You get a nice 100 FPS the second there's 700 people around. You get 10 FPS. Clearly not a server issue. Must be the client. I think it's just both. I think it's both. I don't know. Again, I'm no expert. I agree. I've noticed big performance increase compared to a few years ago. Yeah, I think so too. Don't get me wrong. It's not perfect. Like when it comes to optimized games, Star Citizen's definitely not at the top of the list. I just think that they're doing decent, at least. So 65 people on the server. Nice view of ArcCorp here. Or what am I saying? 465 people on the server is what I meant to say, not 65. Big difference there.
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle.
Technically, I'm still on the same shard.
Vehicle selected. Stand by. Your vehicle has been delivered to the following location.
Best thing we can do is hope for Vulcan and Planetech 5 to solve a lot of problems. Yeah, I'm excited for Planetech 5 for a different reason. I'm just ready for cooler environments. like a probably the coolest environment in the game right now is definitely Pyro. Pyro has some cool environments, but the Daymar Hathor site's very cool. Very, very, very cool. And it's really cool to show like how a couple of structures can really add to some of these environments. I would love to even see in the future some abandoned distribution centers in Pyro or something. Would be cool. Man, if they did a jump town in Pyro with a distribution center and it was like one SCU boxes getting spat out of the cargo room, that would be fucking sick. I wish we could toggle skyboxes and space clouds. Yeah, unfortunately, that's something that I don't think is ever going to happen. They're actually removing the ability to even turn clouds off because they're going to start being a environmental game effect. So like it's going to mask your signature, which I think it already does apparently. And then also on top of that, there's going to be weather eventually. I hate space clouds being around every space station, the Lagrange ones. Yeah, it was something that people really wanted back in the day. I think that people kind of just don't mind it. I think it's really funny because people made the biggest deal about the skybox looking not realistic, but they didn't care about the Lagrange points. I did bring that up. Personally, I don't care about either. Like, I'm fine with them both. But I'm glad that you at least have a consistent viewpoint.
Shields on.
But for real, Pyro is bad for now? Wait, what do you mean? I want weather now. Hey, me too. Weather would be cool. Hathor sites. Ambush. Is this going to be close?
Hey, Walton with Foxwell here. Saw you now.
My goal is to see if I could do some missions on server. I don't know if I'm going to be on server doing this though. We'll see. We'll check. We'll check once I'm there. I think this is technically going to be the space server. Yeah.
Quantum travel.
Find a spot to hide and power
We'll
down.
still do the mission. We'll see if it works and everything. Fulfill a storm chaser's dream. I think it'd be really cool if storms like actually accumulated and like swept through events. You know, I've been asking that for years. I think it'd be so cool if that could happen. Like imagine Jump Town, but like a tornado comes through, you know, or like a hurricane or a major storm or something, lightning storm. Okay, I gotta wait for a minute and a half. Also, keep in mind, I'm in a stealth ship, so... I'm ready for the Talon era. It's very interesting. You know what's also a really cool benefit of the Talon is you can see damage on people's ships. Whenever it's not just red, it's like orange. So you can kind of see the progressive damage on people, which is something you can't really see on any other ship. That'll never happen. Yeah, maybe not. I'm just saying what would be coolest. It's not my job to make sure it ever happens. Did I test the railguns? What about them? Which railguns? You mean the strifes, or do you mean... "23 seconds, by the way. Tornadoes destroy your arrow? Yeah, that'd be cool. Like, imagine if a bad storm happened and you couldn't fly through it. You had to like land and wait for it to pass. Or if you saw a storm coming, your choices were land, wait for it to pass, or fly up in atmosphere and get away from the storm. An earthquake through Jump Town? Yeah, that'd be cool.
Make sure no one catches us off guard.
Okay. see a Mustang. It's an Avenger Titan I'm waiting for. I want more frequent black space. I feel like Pyro kind of gives that vibe a little bit more.
No.
But
Ready?
I don't think that's ever really the vibe that Star Citizen's going to end up going for. You know? Like, Star Citizen is less sci-fi. It's a little bit more of like a mix between sci-fi and science fantasy. Right? Like, I know science fantasy is usually like magic, but like most of Star Citizen combat isn't based in reality. You know? Our main bad guy in Squadron 42 is space sharks. We fly crab ships made by tree people. You know what I mean? So I'm sort of okay with suspending my disbelief.
Hey, nice work. Fox will appreciate it.
Nice.
Kill confirmed.
Worked pretty well.
Super cool.
Okay, let's head back to the main shard. Or the main server. You're not worried about realism, just tired of space backdrop everywhere? Yeah, I get the preference, for sure. I get the preference, 100%. Completely understand that. There's another game that's in development. I forget what it's called, but it's kind of delivering on that sort of look. But I think it's going to be years and years and years and years and years and years and years before that game goes anywhere. I don't remember. It was called, like, they did a demo a while back. That's really all I can remember. There was some guy in my chat. Well, not some guy. His name's Tony, and he's like obsessed with talking about the game. Yeah, the Expanse style one, exactly. Waka just announced they don't need 2 full hours, and they're gonna stop capturing in 5 minutes. Nice. As long as the game is fun to play, I think sacrificing a little bit of a realistic approach is perfectly fine. Well, we got to remember again, like, and you know, not this is directed at anyone specific, but like the game is like maybe 10% realistic, 90% unrealistic from every aspect. I think it's just supposed to feel realistic. You know what I mean? And it does a pretty good job of that. The tactileness, you know, the immersion, the sounds, the visuals, all that. It's getting closer. Attempting to call for a hangar. Real space combat. There's an enemy 100,000 kilometers out. That'd be crazy. Yeah, firing light speed railgun in 5, 4, 3. That'd be kind of cool actually, but it just wouldn't be Star Citizen. Are you using controls to pilot? I'm using dual sticks and pedals, yeah. I don't use twist. I only use my X and Y axis. Pedals are dual axis. It's toe brakes and forward backwards. So forward backwards and roll on the pedals. And I really like it. Probably the most fun thing I do in Star Citizen is fly around. Just because it's so much fun to fly with sticks. I've really got my setup to like the perfect spot. Like my pedals are exactly where they need to be. My sticks are exactly where they need to be. It took me a while to get here, honestly, but I'm really liking my setup. It's a lot more ergonomic. Can you change the settings with reshade? You definitely could make the game look more or less saturated with reshade. That might give you your desired effect. And I mean, reshade is a approved third-party program. You know, people use it all the time, mainly for photography, but other stuff as well. Some people literally use it for like night vision and stuff. Definitely think realistic combat's bad for space games. I think it can be interesting But again, it just delivers a more style game like Eve. Got full specs, or sorry, got the full stack space throttle system, and a new Thrustmaster Solar 2 to use in the studio. Wait, is that the VKB one, or is it a different one? I tried the VKB one recently and it was really good. Yeah, I love it. I love it. I think it's so sick, actually. I think that if I flew ships that were like Cutlass or bigger consistently, I think it'd be my primary control setup, actually. Maybe that will be like my, when I retire from PvP. When they bring farming in the game and I retire from PvP, I'll bust out the throttle. How do you get your pedals to work? Mine conflict with the 6-axis. They should be their own thing. They should be their own thing. What pedals do you have? And what sticks? Okay, I'm not getting a hanger here. I'm not just trying to float around aimlessly, I promise. It just won't deliver me a hanger for some reason. Maybe if I jump out and come back, maybe? But I think the server's just chugging. 390 people still on the server. That's awesome. That's awesome, Waka. Yeah, it's so much, in my opinion, so much more fun playing with sticks. I think mouse and key, like I learned on mouse and keyboard, and then I switched to stick and mouse. And for a long time, if my stick broke or like got unplugged or whatever, I could be like, screw it. Let me just hop on mouse and keyboard and fly. Now, most of you guys would beat me if I was flying mouse and keyboard, I think. I suck at mouse and keyboard flying. I'm really bad. Expand style game, you mean Nebulous Fleet Command? No, it wasn't that. Expand style is probably not the right word. Just the ships looked very like Rocinante. I'd know it if I saw it, but it's still got a long way to go. I'm not super impressed with it yet. It looked very realistic though. Dual stick user, but testing out the VKB to see. Yeah. That's nice. That's nice. Yo, Bangs, what's up? Hope you're having a good one. Must be cool. I think it's hard to get used to. It's like a different ride on keyboard. Yeah, I mean, it's interesting, right? Because like, here's my what I always say to people is that whenever you are learning Star Citizen, everyone's used a mouse before. Most people have not used joysticks. I think joysticks are just as good, if not better, than mouse. I think that you can be better than mouse pilots on sticks. I mean, there's only a few mouse and keyboard pilots in the game who I think like really are definitely better than this other stick pilots. And I would say that there's a couple of stick pilots that hang with those guys, like are just as good or like equally as good. So really no argument to be made that one is better than the other. It's just preference and what you want to spend your time learning. Virgil uses stick and mouse. I think he uses stick and mouse. I forget. But I think he uses stick and mouse and maybe pedals. But maybe not, actually. I think maybe he doesn't use pedals. But I think he does. I'm pretty sure he does. Am I excited for Squadron? Yeah. I think I'll love Squadron. I think I'll love it. I think probably what's going to end up happening is I'll probably like play through it once, wait a couple months, maybe play through it twice. And then I don't know if I'll ever play it again, honestly. Like I can count the number of single player campaigns on my hand that I played more than once. Like very few. But that's just because I'm not a big single player game guy. He does use pedals for forward and back. Yeah. Does he twist to roll? I can't remember. I don't know. It's hard to remember everyone's setups exactly. Okay. It's interesting, right? Because most people wouldn't recommend twisting to roll. I wouldn't. If you were learning, I wouldn't recommend twisting to roll personally. Unless you were just, you know, I guess... Maybe I shouldn't say that. Twisting to roll if you want to be like a really, really sweaty dog fighter. If you just want to be really good, twisting to roll is fine. Twisties? I don't know, Thumb. What do you think about twisting? Oh, yeah. Twist to roll like a freak? Yeah. Understood. Twist to yaw. Okay, wait. Hold on a second. We're on to something here. Twisting sucks. I'm not personally a big fan of twisting, but I think it can work for certain pilots. I think obviously, you know, there are some really good pilots who twist to roll. It's just not for me. Full keyboard and mouse crew, rise up. You know, I will say one of the best pilots in the game, his name's Floor Mat. Mouse and keyboard. That's it. No pedals, no nothing. He's not just one of the best team fighters in the game. He's also one of the best dog fighters in the game. He's a monster. And he's literally just mouse and keyboard. I mean, I twist my left stick. My ship twist left. Totally intuitive. Yeah, that's fair. I think that there isn't like a... Well, there actually might be a better control setup than even I have, honestly. I've just gotten so used to this one. This is kind of the one that works for me. It's kind of easy. It's intuitive in a different way. But I think, honestly, you could be good on like Donkey Kong bongo drums if you practiced enough. Bust out the Dance Dance Revolution pad. Does your accuracy suffer when you use joysticks compared to mouse? It will at first. But again, like... There are some really, really nasty accuracy players in the game who are dual joysticks. And NXTs of all things, right? A guy named Albert, insane accuracy. Like, just as good as mouse and keyboard, I'd say. Some of the best. And Thumb, too, who's in chat. Really, really good on the sticks. Where can I get more info on Floor Mat's keybind setup? I mean, I don't know that he does anything that's like special. I think he uses like the default controls actually. Maybe he's got a few things. Maybe that would surprise you, but I don't think that he changes anything crazy. I'll ask him, but he may not be willing to give out that info. I'm not sure. Thumb knows how to work a stick well. True. It's 2 sticks at once, actually. Jesus Christ, Thumb. When Berks says I'm good with sticks, he doesn't mean flight sticks. I'm guilty, Chad. I don't know what to say. I've been caught. I've been made. Let's see. Where is Evers Harbor? Where is Lorville?
Quantum travel engaged.
It's just downstrafing, hard to bind to control. Let me ask him if he changes his. But honestly, I would be surprised if he does. I find rolling and not overshooting the biggest challenge. Believe it or not, dude, he rolls with Q&E. I know. I mean, again, the dude's a freak. I don't know how he does it. I don't know if he has an analog keyboard or not. He might, but I don't think he does. Like, if my memory serves me correctly, he doesn't have an analog keyboard.
Quantum travel complete.
And it's crazy because, you know, you would think that would mean that he couldn't be accurate with the roll, but he is. Doesn't Summit use V and B instead of Q and E in games? Yeah, and I gotta be honest, that is insane. Like, where do you get that from? Like, where do you get V and B? Or, like, do you, like, you lean with your thumb? Is that what you're doing? I guess that sort of makes sense. I don't know. A lot of World of Warcraft players use V and B. Interesting. Any advice for getting better on sticks? I can tell you my ESP if you want. I use 1 over 0.35. That feels the best for me. And here, let me land really quick. And I'll just show you a couple things in AC that I would do to get better on sticks. Honestly, I probably need to make a video on this. But Arena Commander is like an amazing tool. Amazing tool. First thing I would do is like hop into Arena Commander like a, I don't know, like oh, a little close there. Oh gosh. First thing I would do is like hop into Gladius or something, and hop into like Pirates. It depends on what you're kind of wanting to do, right? Are you wanting to get better at landing? Are you wanting to get better at just general flying? Are you wanting to get better at PvP or like PvE even? But like the first thing I do is hop into Gladius and go into a Pirate Swarm with 3 CF repeaters and just get to the point where you feel like you're hitting at least 80% of your shots from like 400 or 500 meters away from all the enemies. Which maybe sounds easier than it actually is, but yeah, again, you want to be maneuvering, you want to be hitting your shots, you want to be, you know, not sitting still and still being accurate. Like that's a good thing to warm up and practice. Another thing is maybe this sounds a little bit stupid, but especially when you're getting used to decoupled, one thing you can do is turn your TVI on. That's something you definitely need to I think always have on in Star Citizen. It's your thrust vector indicator. I'll show you where that is if you don't know. So it's about halfway down. Pilot vector indicator always on instead of fading. Really good tip. We'll jump back into PU in a second here. But here, offline, Pirate Swarm. We'll say SBK. And then Gladius is fine. They should make it on by default, in my opinion. I agree, actually. Quick with the menu selection. Yeah, listen, you got to be sometimes. But like, this would be my goal, right? Like, let's say I was brand new on sticks. Couple of things. One, so I'm decoupled right now. You can turn that on and off with, is it just C these days, chat, or is it Alt C? It's just C. So it's C. But then what I would do is just use that TVI, and obviously you can do this in free flight. You don't have to, you know, do Pirate Swarm for this. But I would just practice like literally just flying through the, you know, these like holes and stuff, and just trying to do it like full speed almost, and see if you can successfully, you know, navigate through these like small corridors and stuff. There's other maps you could do this on too, or you could do it at like a space station. But just the point is that you're supposed to change direction fast and get used to how your ship can maneuver without boost and with boost, right? So this is me just doing it without boost, which seems like kind of like a simple thing to do, but I feel like it helps. And then the other thing is, again, you want to be within 400 meters and just feel like you're hitting almost every shot, even while rolling, even while strafing. You know, practice that and you'll be better than I think 60% of people. And then from there, you can practice on players. Walk, crawl, run. Exactly. But yeah, I mean, you should be able to like pretty easily just navigate through this stuff, you know, without hitting anything, and then also stay on target on your enemies. Oh, easy kill. That's pretty much it. I mean, I don't know. Any other tips that you guys would think of? Any other pro stick tips? Wish the TVI was more obvious sometimes. You learn to look out for it. You learn to read it. It just takes practice. It's like, to be honest with you, I could turn the TVI off now, but again, I have, you know, obviously a lot more experience in the game than most. I'm fortunate too. Don't death grip on the stick. Okay. Hey, are we still talking about Star Citizen, or have you tried using a cheat engine on your second monitor? I haven't. Yo, let me try that out actually. Yo, listen, chat, can I say something? If you guys ever catch me cheating, please stop watching my stream. If I ever stoop so low to cheat in any video game ever, please cancel me. Oof. Do not let me continue. I don't deserve it. Thank you. I appreciate it. Nineball, you're a legend. Does spawn camping count? Well, hold on. There's a gray area. I caught you cheating, Berks. I've seen you drink water. Oh, God. Oh, no. My career is going downhill. This is it, chat. It was a good run. Show your task manager right now. Oh, God. Oh, no. Oh, no. I've been made. Oh, dude. Is pay to win cheating? Not all of us have a Gladius. Well, actually, I would argue the most pay to win thing you can do in Star Citizen is buy a better PC. God markers are kind of cheating. Hey, I turn those suckers off when we go FPS. Just saying. Snake.
You already cheated. Don't think we haven't noticed the way you look at Zero State. I'm telling Angie.
Oh no, and Thumb. Listen, don't tell my wife about my boyfriends, please. What happens between me, Chad, and my boyfriends is none of her business. All right? Get the pitchforks. Get the pitchforks. Can you explain ESP? So ESP is this. Sorry, we're getting a little off topic. ESP is essentially, think of the center of this door as my pip, right? Imagine the pip's right there, that little circle. So as I get closer to the pip, I'm moving more slowly, right? And I'm looking off of it, and I'm looking onto it, and it's going slowly. It kind of like, as I get closer to it, dampens. So moving 1 for 1 right here is actually half the distance right here, and a third of the distance right here, and a fourth of the distance right here. So I'm getting a lot more small movements in this tiny invisible circle around the pip. That only happens when ESP is activated, which is when you target someone. ESP is like aim assist on a controller, so you are cheating. Well, hold on. Hold on a sec. It's not bullet magnetism. And actually everyone gets it no matter what you're on. So kind of evens the playing field a little bit, but definitely helps more on mouse. But on mouse, I would say 1-0 is what you want. You want 1-0 on your top ESP setting and 0 on your bottom ESP setting if you're on mouse, personally. Gimbals, I think, only work properly on turrets these days. Joysticks will give you more accuracy to shoot. I feel like most people will get more accuracy out of their mouse. You know, and it's only because most people have used a mouse before. Most people haven't used a Most people haven't used joysticks before. Turrets do suck. I agree. Here's what I want out of turrets. I want them to make special turrets that can, special weapons that can only be used on turrets. I think that would be a decent solution. Is streaming a cheat code? Receive a free item and currency in game from your viewers? Well, good thing I don't let my viewers boost me then. And I do everything mainly on my 0 to hero. You thought you had me, huh? Yo, Squirrel, what's up? What's up? Yo, Balder, what's up? How we doing? How we doing? I just swapped to host ass after a year on keyboard and mouse. It's a lot more fun with host ass. Nice. I'm glad you're liking it. It definitely can be a bit of a learning curve. Wasn't I saying I did that? Wait, what do you mean? He flies better after we inflate his ego after a good landing. Yeah, my landings have sucked lately because I'm flying the Talon. Talon's kind of hard to land, to be honest. I'm going to get used to it, but kind of hard to land.
Systems activating. Systems on.
Oh, I got you. I got you.
Launch complete.
Yeah, Zoda said, I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm with you. But no, I try to keep it like as streamer privilege free as possible. Just because I think it makes the content more interesting. Like, if I'm stranded somewhere and someone offers to come pick me up, I usually say no. And then Taylor ends up showing up anyways to pick me up, or D-Rack. And then I'm like, thanks, D-Rack, thanks. But aside from that, it's pretty pretty boost free. I think it's just more fun to play on a 0 to hero account personally. What can would you recommend controller? I've only flown keyboard and mouse. Do you mean controller as in sticks, or do you mean controller as in like Xbox, PlayStation controller? I know there's some people who fly controller and they love it. Keep in mind that to do controller perfectly, you would need either like a controller that has like paddles on the bottom for the extra axes, or you would need pedals as well. You can't do everything on the 2 joysticks. I'm on controller. Do you like it? Nice view. Yeah, it is pretty good view, huh? I like the look of R-Corp these days. Looks good. Isn't Cadnuts on controller? I don't think so, actually. He's not, yeah. Yeah, I wasn't sure what he's on, but I didn't think it was... I feel like I would have heard about that if he was. The last person I heard of that was, like, taking controller really seriously is a guy named Lord Holyman, and he hasn't played the game in a long time. Oh, Titan. Titan is probably the best controller player I ran into. Yeah, I forgot he was on controller. Holy Man in the Tana. Yeah, I remember. I remember. The good old days. What's going on with my... Here we go. There it is. I use an Xbox 360 controller, not bad at all. Really? I've heard a lot of people complain about the lack of axes, but if you make it work for you, then hell yeah. Maybe I'm wrong. Miss my goat, Wing Zero type. Never heard of him actually. Must have been from a different time. Okay, we're gonna set spawn really quick, and then we're gonna start looking for bounties. Okay, we'll see if we can nail this landing. Oh. It's like the acceleration, deceleration is just a little bit different than what I'm used to. And the roll's so sensitive on this bad boy.
Landing gear down. Landing complete.
Not necessarily a bad thing, but for the landing, it's been a little bit, not janky, but not smooth. Little janky.
Quantum fuel.
All right, let's see what we got. We got 3 bounties. One's at R Corp, of course. Another one, broken, I guess. And the last one is also broken. So I don't know what causes these bounties to break. Yeah, this one also. Same guy. I just have his bounty twice. And he's over at Crusader now. So I guess we can go give that a look. Wish the Talon was an insta-kill by giving the wing. You have to look at the Talon for its strengths, not its weaknesses, right? It's not a dogfighter necessarily. What it is, I think, is a amazing stealth fighter. I can get on top of people and start shooting them before they even know I'm there. Because you're in this patch, you're only detectable with the right component. Actually, these are default components, believe it or not. And I'm detectable without QT from 2.5 away, which is pretty mind-blowing. Finally got my wife to play Star Citizen with me the other night. Nice, nice. Hope it went well. Kind of sounds like a good time. Roll doesn't really need analog input. It does if you want to PvP like at a high level, but other than that, you're absolutely right. Perfect Firebird Hunter? Exactly, exactly. Yeah. I'm liking it, Tumblr. I'm liking it. I do think what I was wondering is bird on bird violence. Exactly. I was wondering if putting the palisades on it would be like that bad, like, or if it would be enough to like make it good enough to hang with other ships in terms of dogfighting. I don't know. Where do you see detectable range? It's these bad boys right here. Oh, wait, hold on. Dude, I miss the way that you used to be able to just like look at stuff, but you know, without getting out of my cockpit, it's the MFD on the top right, the one we're looking at right now that says 00000. Typically, that has a number on the top, that's your detection, and then a number on the bottom, that's your environmental like output. So if it says 1K and your signature says 2K, you minus the bottom from the top, now your signature is 1K. If it says 0, then it's just 1 for 1. Yeah. Do you love some stealth gameplay? Yeah, and it's better than it was. It's better than it was. Yo, chat, give me 1 second. I'm just gonna grab some not water. Okay, don't freak out. I'll BRB. The Talon got a little bit of a buff. Yeah, just a little bit of one. We've been testing it out. It's really good, actually. Really good. Yo, give me 1 sec, guys. I'll BRB. Yeah, this is specifically if you're wondering about the QT, it's literally just an effect for the Asperia Talon. I think other Asperia ships have it as well, like the Prowler. How's the water? I didn't get any. I wouldn't lie to you.
Quantum travel engaged. Shields on.
So if you have an analog keyboard, does that mean your roll would be analog? How does that even work? It's a small, it registers as an axis. It's small, but it works. Yeah, exactly. So like basically, you know, it's like, I think that the experience of pushing down on an analog keyboard is different too. Cause like you're pressing, you're activating slightly. And I think that that would actually be a lot better than just having the 1-for-1, because to keep it real with you guys, I mean, I've talked about this. You roll kind of too fast in Star Citizen. Like there is a couple of reasons, but there's never like a real reason you're ever going to be rolling like this fast in a fight. You know, maybe if you're like disengaging, flying away, but aside from that, well, it's like if you spin too much, you're actually canceling out your own roll. Because like, think about it this way, right? Like this is your TVI in front of you, this guy. So like if I'm going straight and I'm rolling fast and I'm strafing up, look how it's like, it's literally just like bouncing back to where it was, because I'm basically canceling it out by just spinning around and around. But if you roll a little bit slower, you can actually get a lot more movement out of your strafe up. And you can even like add like different strafes to make it move even more. But you got to do it at the right angles. You can spin your strafe while you're spinning. Yeah, but the trick is not to do it too fast. Fast is good, but too fast is bad. Looks like this dude's just chilling in here.
Landing gear down.
Okay. Yeah, you can't really do that where you spin around in the hangar. I think for the Talon, the best landings are going to be backing up into the hangar. It's just the... Look how big your butt is in this thing. Do you think they'll raise the price of the raft? What makes you think they're going to? Did I turn on VTOL? I turned VTOL on so that you get a smaller profile. That's it. Coming from someone who used throttle, dual sticks, analog keys, you would be better served using an analog stick for roll. You don't want to use joysticks or pedals. Yeah, I guess I'm just saying, like, if you don't, you're committed to not using stick at all. I can imagine using an analog keyboard might be better than nothing, but I don't know. I've never tried it out. Maybe it's bad. Yeah, but did they actually fix it, 9ball? Is it like fixed now? Missed the Talon. Think I'll repledge for my Guardian. Dude, the Talon's actually good this patch, I think. As long as you're rocking stealth components, which it comes with them by default, I think it's pretty good. It is kind of weak once you get its shields down, but just don't get your shields down and you're good. Just don't get your shields down. I'm gonna go ahead and set spawn, I guess. Yes, I think. Okay. Analog keyboard's nice for racing if you have no wheel. I would need a wheel if I was going to get into racing. Pedals are too expensive where I live. Nothing secondhand either. Ah, bummer. Bummer, bummer, bummer.
To the ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
Yeah, save up, wait for a deal. I mean, the truth is now might not even be the best time to get sticks and pedals. It might be when the game is closer to 1.0. You know what I mean? Like, most likely I'll have to replace my pedals before the game comes out, you know? Which, and also, probably the best time to get pedals and sticks and get set up is when we're about to get that new flight profile, which, you know, should be sometime next year, I'd imagine. One of these guys here is a bounty I already had, but his marker wasn't showing up anywhere. Oh.
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
What are the changes to the new flight profile? Do you already know? I can tell you what I know, but nothing's guaranteed. So take everything I say with a grain of salt. But from the guy working on it himself, who's been talking in multiple different Discords, not just ones I'm in, I've just been funneled information, is a couple of things. There's only going to be one speed. So nav and SCM are not going to be a thing anymore. I got to be real with you guys. I hope the new flight model is fun because I love master modes. I know not everyone loves it. I love it. I love it. I think it's great. I think it's really great. I think it needs work. But I love master modes. I think that the new model will probably be more fun, hopefully. I'm trying to stay optimistic about it. I just hope that it's not less fun. I liked the last model less than master modes, actually. I think master mode solves a lot of good problems. Here's another thing about the new model. You're going to be able to QT boost out of a fight, any fight, whenever you want for free. Boom. You'll be able to QT out whenever you want. So no longer will you have to even pick a destination. If you want out of a fight and they don't have a mantis, you can get out at any time. Yeah, QT boost is what it's called. This is what I've heard, at least. Again, take everything I'm saying with a grain of salt. I heard that it's probably going to be speed somewhere around like top speed of what we have right now when boosting, that you're going to like work your way up to, just kind of like the old fly model. And then speeds above 600, 700, I think are only going to be a few ships. Aside from that, there might be no ships that are above 600. I don't know. Aside from that, you'll have to QT boost to go faster. What if you don't want them to leave a fight? You'll have to distort them, or you'll have to use a mantis. Trying to imagine the Mazda stick with the new effects or vibrations they add to the PTU. Just wonder how it translates. Yeah, maybe. That could be interesting. I didn't consider that. I constantly lose ship components when I claim. Weapons stay. Components are reset to default. Is there a workaround? Yeah, I don't know. I feel like unequipping them would probably give you the best chance, but it's probably up to chance a little bit. Damage QT drives with ballistics. You can technically do that now, right? It's happened to me at least. Yo, iTask, what's up? Well, Tumblr, you can. I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you it's happened to me before, multiple times in master modes. It's been with like a missile, just so you know. Gladius for sure. Gladius for sure, and then probably another ship I'm not thinking of. Yeah, not ballistic. Sorry, maybe we weren't on the same page. Yeah, that's why I was confused you were saying that. Also, if you distort someone right now, and this is just for everyone else's information, if you use distortion on someone who's spooling QT right now, when they don't have shields, you will, well, if they're spooling QT, they wouldn't have shields, but you can stop them from QTing. That's a real thing you can do right now. Beautiful cockpit. Yeah, I like it. Oh, wait. You know what? I think I messed up. Hold on. Okay, I hope I didn't screw it up. Maybe we're good. Yeah, I guess we're good. Has CIG said that's not intended? No, that is intended. Which part? You mean the distortion weapons or missiles? QT drives recover very fast, so you need constant distortion. Fair enough, fair enough, fair enough. Okay, this guy's still inside. I'm trying to think of what else I've heard about the new model. I think they're going to change missiles. I know for a fact missiles have never been properly balanced even for master modes. Like, the missiles that we have now are just left over from the last flight model, and they band-aided some stuff to make it work. They never properly redid missiles for master modes. So, oh, this guy's a Hurston. Nice. This could be good. This could be good. All right, let's head that way. CIG band-aid something? Never. In my Star Citizen, in my $1 billion JPEG simulator, never. Also, the more distortion you apply, the longer the spool. Oh, cool. CIG doesn't take shortcuts? Never. Never. Not once. Sometimes they don't. You know, it's weird because sometimes they do. Am I on a mission right now? I'm doing PvP bounty hunting. Yeah, I'm testing it out. This guy is a bounty, CS3 at least. And he's hanging out at Hurston. We're going to see what he's up to. Probably at a bunker if I had to guess. But I guess we'll see. Turn on VTOL for 1G more side strafe on the Talon. Yeah, you said that earlier. Are you sure that actually affects the side strafing still? I mean, I'd imagine it does. Like, VTOL typically changes stuff. But I typically turn that on always just for the profile boost. Try it? Okay. I know it used to do that, but back in the day when you did it, it was like 5 Gs. He's at Hurl too? Cool, cool, cool.
Shields on. Quantum travel complete.
And he was at Hurston. Really did not want to calculate that. Hate the star map. Me too. The sensitivity zoom, everything. It's so goofy. You know, like, I'm a big fan of this idea, right? Like, I think that if let's say I'm all the way zoomed out here, okay? So all of these markers right here should be one marker, Microtech. And as I zoom in closer, right, then they appear around it. Like, that would make sense. Same with Crusader, right? Same thing. And then same thing with ArcCorp. I mean, look at all these. You know, this is crazy. Look at all that. That's nuts. You click on here, it's like you don't even know what you're going to click. That's nuts. QT on these ships are so sick. Never seen them before. Yeah, it definitely looks kind of more akin to like what we're gonna get. The old one just looks so old and outdated. The one most of us get, at least. Speed on ships is the real issue, though. Kind of sad if they're slowing ships gameplays when times can be slow as is. Well, here's the problem. I think that won't be an issue because there's not going to be any speed wall anymore. Well, the speed wall will just be at the top of the speed wall. So like part of the problem right now, whenever you're dogfighting, is whenever you are out of boost, you and your enemy are just 200 meters a second just looking at each other, you know? That won't be an issue in the new model because you're not going to have those artificial walls so low. They also need to figure out how to prioritize a mission marker over anything else around it in QT. Yeah, or hear me out. There's a button on my mission that I can set route to my mission location. You know, that'd be cool. Aberdeen, K. Sounds good.
Shields on. Shields off. Quantum travel complete.
Quantum travel complete. Maybe we can just jump straight Aberdeen if we set route. Oh, is he in prison? Bro, he's in prison. Someone sent this guy to prison. Someone sent him to prison. Okay. You know what? These must be some of the bounties that don't work. It must be people who are in prison. It's gotta be. Because like this one doesn't work. This one works, but you know. Yeah, just this DGA guy who's left for us. Everything else is busted. Yeah, I don't see anything else. So I guess we could hit up Grimhex one more time. If we don't see this guy, I have another idea. I want to get some NDBs, and we might have to do contested zones for that. The only problem is I'm pretty sure we're going to get a new build tomorrow, and I'm going to wipe pretty much everything I have. Unless it stays, which sometimes it does. Might be worth trying to snag a pair of those. It'd be nice if they also gave us distance or location in the contract scene. Yeah, totally. Totally. I don't imagine that would be hard to set up either. It could just be like, hey, here's the closest location. It's this many kilometers away. Easy peasy. I can't wait to see what the new model does poorly. I think what the new model is going to do poorly is running away. I think running away is going to be super easy again. I think it's going to be like chase your opponent simulator again, which is fine, I guess. People want more maneuverability, right? So I guess we'll have to see. That requires CIG to understand basic game design. Well... Hey, you said it, not me. They're able to do all these crazy things no company has ever done, but they fail on the basics. Yeah, you know, I can't disagree. Look at the tutorial, for example. Switch one repeater out for distortion? Well, what's that going to do? I don't think that... Well, maybe you'll be able to distort people and stop their quantum boost. Maybe. But the thing is like, that's not what I'm worried about. I'm worried about people disengaging without ever going into QT because their speed is always at 500 meters a second. So people will just decouple drift. We'll just have to see, right? We'll just have to see. I don't think it's going to be impossible for this new model to be fun. Hopefully it really is. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see. More backstrafe. Yeah. What's the adventure today? Dehydration. Well, we're gonna see if we can send this sucker to prison, and then after that, I think we're gonna go try to steal some NDBs from contested zones. And by steal, I mean take peacefully. Distortion do not do damage. They only stop components from working, which I think personally, distortion should be maybe a little bit better than they are now, but in a different way, like distortion building up over time or whatever. Because how I think it should work is distortion should never be meta. It should never be faster to shut off a ship than it is to kill a ship. Because I think in the future, when reputation matters and piracy is obviously still going to be a thing, I think it'd be really cool if pirates like wanted to not kill the opponent. They wanted to distort them so they could keep all the cargo, the ship intact, all that. And, you know, you let the pilots keep their lives potentially if it benefits them. Under 20% is Berks' comfy zone. Exactly. I don't feel like me unless I'm dehydrated. Don't get me wrong, I love the game for some reason. However, I swear CIG does development 100% backwards. Instead of building a basic game, they add on. I was trying to make some super complex system that doesn't work. Yeah, I mean, I think it is easy to think that, for sure. It's easy to think that. Because I think at a couple of different levels, it's true. Not for everything, but like, for example, if let's say I was building a Star Citizen, like I was building my own Star Citizen competitor, which, you know, obviously not going to happen, but for the sake of the argument, I think that what I would do, and I think what most game companies would do, is start with server meshing. Right? You start with the network capabilities first, instead of working backwards, building the universe, and then building server meshing around it. Right? Like, I don't know. Like, I'm not like a game developer genius or anything, but I'd imagine you'd start with the limitations and then you work from there.
Quantum travel engaged. Quantum travel complete.
Getting close right before I load in and give me verify integrity error. Have you tried verifying your game yet? I'm sure you have. Why put NDBs on a Talon? Think about this. Snake, this is just what I'm thinking. I roll up on you. You can only detect me from 2.5k away. So I'm on you at 2.5. I'm shooting you at 1. Because you don't know I'm there yet. You finally know I'm there. I've already got your shields down with the 2 NDBs. Like, I'm wondering if it's good. I don't know that it's better than the 2 rhinos, but I'm just wondering. Yeah, Doctor, I don't know what was happening with the 480 situation. Weird. It's like those Snickers commercials. Exactly. Oh, wait, where'd this guy go? Did he fail? Oh, I think he failed. Unfortunate. Wait, hold on. Oh, chat. You know what's going on is I think that the server population is split right now into 2 servers. Maybe I could try to get on the other server, see if there's bounties on that one. Because this is the one that had 500 people on it, and now it's only got 277. I wonder if that's just because nobody's playing, or if people are on the other one. Aren't you downsizing the size 3s if you do NDBs? Yeah, you are. You are. It's 200 less DPS than 2 rhinos? Really? Okay, well then never mind. I won't do that. Silly me, bro. I thought for sure I was going to get an upgrade.
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
I hadn't checked. How do you like the Talon considering it? I think it's going to be really good this patch. Dude, honestly, 2 size 4 attritions might be insane. Like, I know that sounds like it would suck. But if you're just sneaking up on people, if you're just third-partying people, that might be really nasty. I don't know. Might be worth considering. Attritions are still the best laser repeaters. Yeah, the nose authority on the Talon is really good, so I imagine the attritions would be good. Yeah, maybe we try attritions then. I hate to fly all the way back to... Well, you know what? Ah, no, my spawn is set at Grim. I was going to say, I hate to fly all the way back there after flying here, but... I thought Omni Skies were pretty good, at least for PvE. Take off their shields before they even know. The question is can they recover from that? Right? I don't know the answer. I don't know the answer. I think it depends on the pilot. Also with engineering, they'll remove distortion and vulnerability on certain components such as coolers. Nice. As they should. No. As they should.
Shields off.
At least attritions won't log out. Wait, what does that mean? Oh, yeah, I guess you're right. I was like, wait, what do you mean, bro? No, true, actually. I guess before we make the jump, guys, let's make sure there's no one else over here. This guy went to Klesher, I believe. Yeah, he did. Can't track that guy. Or this one. Or this one. Yeah. All right. When was the last new ship weapon added? I'd like some new choices. It's been a while. It's been a while. Time to hotbox in the cockpit? Hey, listen. No judgment. Let's go, bro. It's the weekend. Hey, Berks. Some friends and I want to do Hathor. What are all the new ores inside the cave? Shut up, Spark, all right? You're not baiting me that easy. You can turn your recording off. Is the Inferno Ion good combat ship? The Ion's pretty good these days, yeah. But you wanna turn to probably the Ion mainly. The Inferno is kind of, I think, eh. And you want to be shooting ships that are bigger than a Cutlass. Cutlass are bigger. Cutlass would be like the smallest ship I want to shoot in an Ion. It's got no fixed assist, and it's got a really weird pip. And you'll know what I'm talking about when you start using it. It's possible to hit small ships with it, but it's not very fun. Inferno's only good at disabling turrets. I just find ships like the Inferno, ships like the F8, that kind of size, just too weak. You know? Like, it's weird. I ran into an F8 yesterday, ran into an F8 the day before. Melted their shields in seconds. Pretty much. Couldn't even stay in the fight. You know? It's weird. I wish... I wish the heavy fighter had more of a role to play. The DPS is really good, so it's like pretty good in PvE. What about the Saber? Saber is a little bit better just because of its stealth. And you can make the F8 stealth too. But Saber's okay because of its stealth. I'd just say that it is still a pretty big target. Laser Gatlings make ballistic useful. Ballistic would be cool, but I mean, there's a couple of laser stuff I'd like. Also, I'd love rail guns. I know they are doing those strifes, but the strifes are kind of lame, honestly.
25%.
If you ask me. Kind of lame. Where's this scoundrel at? I don't know. Don't see him. Huh. So many bounties lately where I'm not getting a marker. Honestly, Chad, that does not bode well for live. That really bodes badly, actually. I wonder what's causing that. Is the blade any good? I think the blade is good, but you have to fly it in a very specific way. I'm not good at flying it, so I couldn't tell you how that way is, but I know there's pilots who make it work for him. So bounties are still not working? I think that it seems like hit or miss at best. I blame Meyer and the Invisible Polaris. You're right. That all started with him, okay? PvP bounties were working fine before that. It also could be that this server is kind of older. It's US 10. But here's the truth, is that that's not good. That's not good. Even if it is older, that's no excuse for PvP bounties not to work. So hopefully it's not that. What about PvE in the blade? Should I have any issues? I think if you're going up against like big ships like the Hammerhead, you'd probably lose. But smaller ships, like I'd say again, Cutlass or smaller, you should do really well against. I'd say you should do really well. Had one of those. Stealth Talon. It's playing hard to get. Nothing wrong with Stealth Talon playing hard to get, I think. Nothing wrong with that.
Quantum travel complete.
I think that this thing is going to be a beast at third-partying people too. Like in a PU team fight, like imagine a 5v5, 5 Gladiuses versus 5 Talons. You know, I feel like the Talons would probably lose, but if used right, I feel like they could be really good because once you get off people's radar, I mean, what are they going to do? Keep on chasing you? Most people would turn to a different target, especially if they're getting shot in the back. Is Talon meta again? I wouldn't say it's meta, but it's definitely viable this patch. Worse than the Gladius, better than the Arrow is kind of where I'd put it in terms of usefulness. I mean, heck, I was even sneaking up on Hornets yesterday.
Warning. Landing gear down.
Oh, that was really close. Man, this thing is so touchy. I'm trying to do really smooth landings in it, but you know what it might be? I might need to put a little bit of a dead zone on my roll. Just a tiny one. Have I posted my promised Day of the Game Spectrum post? No, not yet, not yet. Not yet. But soon. I'll probably work on that some today whenever I'm off stream. It's a bit fragile and cockpit view is scuffed. Otherwise, it's a cool ship, very stealthy in my honest opinion. Better than the Saber. Yeah, you can work around the cockpit bug, which I hope they fix before live, but yeah, you can work around it if you don't know. How you work around it is all you got to do is turn the viewport to the on position before you fly ready to the ship, and it works fine. Yeah, so if you get into the cockpit, first thing you do, look bottom right, it says viewport off. Click that, it will say viewport on. You hold right alt and R and you should be good to go. You know, Chad, I am noticing I'm a bit thirsty here. But we'll be fine, right? We'll be fine. Be okay.
Berks
Yo,
07.
Warlord, what's up with this 19? Appreciate it. Thanks, dude. Thirsty for blood. I could drink a grenade, maybe. Spoiled by the Gladius. True, true. Yeah, for sure, for sure. I'd say the Gladius is pretty fragile as well, to be honest with you. Like, you can accidentally lose a wing sometimes. I know you know what I'm talking about. Like if that coupling on the wing gets killed, you can lose a wing and be unoperable, basically. All you can do is eject, essentially. Or, you know, limp your way back to a repair. But that being said, I kind of feel like light fighters should be fragile. That's the trade-off. If not drink, why drink shaped? You know, I actually saw on like, I don't know, like some Temu ad or something. Not that I clicked on it, but someone was selling grenades that looked like the Star Citizen grenades as like a drinking glass. Being dehydrated keeps Berks in a lean state, lighter, faster, brutally agile. It's true. It's true. You know, I'm not addicted to water, like some people, and I'm proud of that. I'm proud of that. You know, some people just can't, they can't they can't take it. I won one, hell yeah. Don't fall for it. 100% of people who drink water die. Hey, listen, gotta listen to the facts. Gotta listen to the facts. I will say Gladius is still probably my favorite of all fighters. The Arrow is probably the most fun for me to fly, but I can't say it's good because it's kind of eh. Maybe again with the NDBs, like all NDBs, it could be all right. I put red 40 in my water. It counters all the toxins and makes it healthy. Ah, now we're thinking. Wow, 122K. More than I expected. I'm kind of dying. What do you mean? I'm good. Never felt better, actually. Feeling great. Maybe a little parched. 2,000 people died on the Titanic because of water. Exactly. Exactly. And water's evil cousin, ice. We can't forget about that. Where are icebergs made? In the ocean, which is full of what? Water. Thanks for proving my point. I appreciate it. I do have a guy at work that never drinks water, only Monster Energy. No, for real? For real, chat? That I know I make jokes about it, but like, oh, I couldn't imagine. I couldn't imagine only drinking soda.
That's a good word.
Ask Noah about water? Hell yeah. It's all connected. It's finally making sense. Is PvP bounties back on the menu? 100%. Yo, my head is pounding. It must be because I'm detoxing the water, I think.
Now arriving from Tisa Spaceport. Stand by and let pass.
Monster has vitamins. True. True, true, true. Can't forget that one small fact. No, I get it, icebergs. Oh man, it took me a second to get that one. It's withdrawal from the symptoms. It will pass. It will pass. Deep breath in. Come on, just, you know, think of a substitute maybe. Drink a Dr. Pepper. You're saying waterboarding is bad? Waterboarding's like my worst nightmare. Okay? Imagine them dumping water into my mouth unwillingly. I couldn't do it. This giant ship has been hiding in a bush. He destroyed my shit. And I'm stranded. Send help. I'm at 10% water. Brother, I want you to look bottom left. How am I supposed to help you when I can't even help myself? Oh, God. Where are you at? Are you in Aberdeen or something? Guessing in live. Oh, wait. It's like the more I move around, the more I die faster. You know, I actually thought I had... Oh, there it is. Nice. Ah, that feels better. Hell yeah. Who needs water when we have med bays? Exactly, exactly. My game plan. Icebergs? I knew they were real. No, I'm Pyro in live. Asked the guy for a ride. He messaged me back. Fuck you. You're in Pyro. Hey, you know, gotta respect it. Gotta respect it. Fair enough. Fair enough. I mean, he's right. He's an asshole, but you know, he's right. He's right. Okay, wait. Hold on, hold on. Okay, where's the... I need the Pisces. Pisces medical? Do I have a Pisces medical? I don't have a Pisces medical. Can I buy a Pisces medical? Chat, quick. Can I buy one here? It's an emergency. Quick. Quick! Oh, man. You can? Okay, sick. No Cutlass Red. I have a Carrick, but I'd rather buy a Pisces medical than get on a Carrick. I actually don't know why I still have that thing. Does anyone here like the Carrick? Am I crazy? Wait, isn't it? Anvil. You can't buy it here. Also, my vision's clear. Oh my god. Chat, the symptoms passed. Someone was right. The symptoms passed. I'm good. I'm good. My head feels clear now. It's my Odyssey loaner. Do I have an Odyssey? I don't know. I didn't think I did. Let's see. I guess I could just jump on the Polaris. Let's do it. Going down. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good, guys. There's no reason to freak out. I've never felt better, actually. He has ascended. I've arrived. Peak evolution here, boys. Humanity's going great places. It all starts here. Oh, D-Rack. Here we go. Who needs water when you have a drug gun? And you know what? I'm only at 5.7%. I could survive a long time doing this. I think my drugs go down faster than my health goes down. I think. So you could kind of do this almost indefinitely. Anvil's Air 18. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. I figure I'd give it a try, though. Where's the hangar? Is it right here? Or elevator? Somewhere right here. Boom. Got it. Oh, you pulled the C8R for me? Okay, I should have just jumped in party. It's fine, though. It's better this way, you know? It's better this way. You know, it is kind of funny that there's nowhere to actually buy. Is there anywhere at the spaceport you can buy like sustenance? I don't think you can. Only at the hub area. Yeah, weird. Weird. I've always thought that one was weird. Normal people would risk a bottle of water for 5 CR. Berks uses his $900 ship. Actually, I didn't pay for this. It was free. Okay? Because I scammed 2,000 people into playing the game. Get it right. Sell out. True. True. Facts are facts. Facts are facts. No, actually, I've said this before. I'd give this ship away if I could. Because I don't plan on ever really using it. To be honest. I would totally give it away if I could. I kind of wish CIG would just let me do it. It's technically a javelin is what it is, Chad. Streamer privilege. Well, it's like, sure, there'd be advantages to having a Polaris or a javelin in the future. But I would just rather fly small ships and earn my stuff in game. To be fair, you play on Zero to Hero mostly. Exactly. When the game goes live, I don't think you'll catch me on this account. Like ever. I only ever use this account on PTU, really. If anything, this will be like my Shadow Moses account, which is, you know, Sweaty PvP org. And then my other account will be like Zero to Hero / you know, the stuff we do together, like on stream. Oh, wait. When the game goes live. Hey, listen, you know, I'm just thinking 10 to 20 years ahead. What's wrong with that? Come on, bro. Just let me live. I'm thinking of my retirement plan already. It's good for testing with new certain chips like the Polaris. Totally. I mean, I'm definitely thankful for CIG letting me test ships and stuff, but I'll be honest with you guys. I think the real reason I'm thankful is not because I like want to show it off or like have content. I just feel like I'm great at testing. There are quite a few good testers in Star Citizen, but I definitely think that I'm one of them. It's probably the thing I'm best at in this game is breaking shit. I'm very good at that one. When does CIG start selling burial plots for us? Hell yeah, I'm in. You're thinking the wrong direction, though. I want to get my brain uploaded into the game. Yeah, use it as a base is a good idea. But I feel like, why start 1.0 with your base already built? You know? It's like I'm cutting out gameplay for myself. I think I'd rather start with nothing. I mean, you got a valid point, though. It's just the way I think about it. The Berks AI blade. Dude, I'd be down. I'd be down. Brain on CIG servers? True. You know, you're not wrong, dude. You're not wrong. You just gotta say something good into breaks. True. If you shit talk the game all the time, then it works for you. That's the... Oh, you know what, guys? I didn't put my attritions on. Let me store this really quick. Berks AI Blade would be working overtime for me? What the hell? Hey, yo, you be nice to AI me, okay? He didn't do anything wrong. That was me. That was me. First thing CIG would do is nerf the Berks Blade? Oh, that wouldn't be necessary. That wouldn't be necessary. It had skill issues built in. Yo, Orty, what's up, bro? So both of these bounties are, I think, are old bounties. I kind of want to see if I can get on the other server. Yeah, these are all like old. See if this even works. Looks like it does. I just want to know how people are like quote unquote losing the bounty. This guy's at ArcCorp. Yeah, he's like actually at Arc. What about this guy? No, this guy is nowhere. It's like almost all the bounties are untrackable. It's crazy. Berks blade depletes your water at 3 times rate. Yep. That sounds right. There's got to be a trade-off. Let's see. Talon. Spiria Talon. There it is. This is either going to really rock or really suck. We're going to see. Kind of makes sense. You know what I kind of wish? Maybe you guys don't agree with me here. But you know what I kind of wish? I kind of wish you had to power off weapons to get your max stealthiness. You had to power them back on manually whenever you needed them for combat. I just wish there was a bit of a process to it. You know, it wasn't so passive. Maybe same with shields or something. I don't know. You want them to make so you can upload your brain into the game. They can't even make elevators work in 1.5 decades. Hey, listen, bro. Let me dream. Okay? You're no fun. What are you, the fun police? I'm not allowed to make a joke? Nah, you're right. You're right, actually. You're right. Bad idea. Extremely bad idea. What's quicker, storing the ship and applying the attritions, or loading them up from the cargo and applying them manually? Probably the second one, I'd say, but they don't stick until you store them again. Berks is a living joke, to be honest. Hey, I learned from the best, Bad Swede. Your mom, okay? You're wrecked. Okay, is this already fixed? Because I already pulled it down. Isn't it already like this? You shut down your weapons, you lower your signature. It does do it, but like by the smallest amount ever, like 1 or 200, which is really nothing. I don't even know if turning off my weapons there did anything. Dang, so 75 shots with attrition 4s. My mom is a way better pilot than you. Okay, true, actually. Hey, I wasn't disagreeing. But that's not saying much, okay? Let's see. Asperia, Talon. Let me pull this over. You guys can see. Attrition 4. So 2,300, 1,600. Isn't that more than like double? Yeah, it's just about double. It's not bad. Interesting. Okay. Let's see. I'd love to test these out on a PvP bounty. Maybe we get to Everest Harbor and we log, try to get to the other server. I'm down. Where is Everest?
Landing gear up.
Ever thought of attempting a orbital raid solo? Grab at least one material to finish. Sounds cool. Yeah, I think it'd be easy on some servers and really tough on others. But I think it's a good idea. It sounds fun. Honestly, maybe we'll do some of that this week. I probably am not going to be on for a super long time today, or I jump over to live and start looking for maybe some action because it's kind of dead on PTU. Maybe I could spend a little time there. I don't know. Need to find a good server, I think. I did manage to mine while some other people were in there. That's cool. Got 2 Wakello guns. Yeah, I know it is possible. People have done it. I wouldn't be the first. If I was able to do it, I definitely wouldn't be the first.
Landing gear down.
The problem with the Talon, and something that I think I'm realizing about it, is that I could be wrong, but it feels like it has a strong downstrafe. Like stronger than I'm typically used to. It's not necessarily a bad thing. Been farming the Volt assault rifle in live, fun, collecting items. Gotten like 15, 18 minutes from login. Nice. Do you sell them at all? Like, just curious. I know people have been selling like that Adium armor or whatever for like millions. When you're in nav mode, do you turn off power to your QT drive? It lowers your speed back down. To SEM, or is that a bug? Genuine feature? I think it's supposed to be intentional, yeah. And the only reason I say that is because you need your nav drive to go that fast. But again, they're going to change that in the future. That won't be a thing anymore. Was flying this ship for years, then tried the Gladius Aero Hornet. Was disgusted with how OP they are, better in every way. I'd say that this ship is really good this patch. I'd say that if you feel like those ships are better, I'd say this ship's better than the Aero. I think I'd comfortably take an Aero on 1v1 in the Talon. Gladius, you're right, is better. Gladius is better, but the Talon at the moment, I think, is somewhere right in between the Aero and the Gladius. And the other thing is its stealth. This patch is really good. 2.5k you can get it down to, and that's with like pretty much stealth components. 2.5k. If you're somewhere like Grim Hex, it's even lower. Grim Hex, the Talon's only detectable at 1.3, 1.5 because of the emissions field. Pretty crazy. Saber or Talon? I think I'd take Talon at the moment, but Saber's still good. It's just a big target. It's trash. Yeah, it's just too big of a target to have attention on you. Again, it's a stealth ship, so you don't want people to see you. If you become primary objective in a Saber, you're kind of toast, unfortunately. So the goal is to not be seen. Okay, yo, chat, give me 1 second. I'm gonna run to the restroom really quick, and then we'll head to the next server. Okay. Ghost Mark II is great. I'm just not considering it at the moment because you can't buy it in game. But yeah, Ghost Mark II is good. Loot Goblin Hoarder, hell yeah. Give him to the mates, sounds good. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I've only collected a few. I'm kind of bad, honestly, at collecting sets. My armor sucks. I like really need to step up my armor game, honestly. On live at least, not PTU. Are all heavy fighters shit? Yeah, they are. Heavy fighters need something. I feel like they need to fly better, but also they need better shields, I think. I think you keep their pitch and yaw the same, but you increase their health and you increase their forward speed in some of their side strafes. Anyways, BRB. No streamer, no rules. All right, who am I banning? Cool. Ban Burvey? He was trying to start a revolution? Burvey, what the hell, man? I trusted you. Okay, that looks like the same server I just came off of. Vanguard turrets need some love, dude. Just turrets in general. Like, I think how I would do it is I would make unique weapons for turrets that can't be used by pilots. That's how I would do it personally. If it can be controlled by a pilot, it can't be equipped. Buff projectile speed and range on weapons. True. Yeah. There's a couple of ways to do it, for sure. A couple of ways to do it. Let's see. Yeah, this is the same server I just got off of. I'm kind of thinking it's just sort of dead on PTU, guys. It's okay. Let's maybe just go test out the Talon for a little bit. See how the attritions feel. Or maybe we get a bounty. Could do that as well. Oh. To the lobby, sir, please. Flank munitions could be cool too. Yeah, 100%, 100%. Lots of ways to balance most crew. Lots of ways to make it good. I definitely don't think there's just one way. I don't think CIG's even thinking about fixing turrets at the moment. Yeah, they should be. With releasing all these big ships, they should be.
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
I feel like it'd be so easy. You know? Literally just make a new weapon, sizes 1 through 7. It could be the same model as something else, you just make it a different color. CF repeaters, but they're, you know, red or white instead of gray or black, right? Something. Make them look a little bit different. You know that it's a turret weapon. Just for now with placeholder. Give it a buff in its speed and range and call it a day. Like, maybe that's the easiest way to do it, but I feel like that would solve a lot of issues with turrets being underpowered. Don't understand why turrets are so hard for them. Just buff the numbers. Yeah, it's like, I believe that it's because they're trying to live in this world where turrets and pilot guns function exactly the same, and I don't think they should. I think they should actually function much differently. There's nothing unique about getting in a turret, you know? Except that it sucks, you know? That's the one thing. I mean, some turrets are all right. Like the Polaris turrets are okay now. Especially the bottom one, the nose one. I got one shot by one the other day on PTU because they buffed it. Maybe not one shot. My shields were close to low, but I'm close to low. Like maybe 10% left on shields. I get hit. I get hit again by the same volley. Dead. They got all mounts though? Oh, okay. You're talking about something else. Got it. Thoughts on the Thrustmaster Solar 2? I think for the $200 price point, I think that it'd be, you know, maybe better to get something else. But I think it depends on your setup and your style. You know what I mean? They look like a good stick. I've only heard good things about them. I think I'm a little biased to VKB. And then also, you know, Virpil just came out with that like quote unquote budget stick. But they don't look like a bad choice at all, especially if you have like, you don't want to use mounts, I'd say. I feel like they look like good sticks to use without mounts. Reviews say it's much better than the T16000 twist. What about the hard center? If the hard center's gone and the twist is gone, then I'd say, you know, send it. Jesus Christ, Anna. Oh my God. Yeah, if you're looking for budget mounts, I'd say there's a mount set on Amazon called High Keg. I just checked the other day and they're still pretty good priced. 2 of them for about 60 bucks. And they look sturdy. I've never tried them myself, but 2 for 60 is a pretty good deal. Considering a lot of mounts are charging like 1 for, you know, 90 or more. They claim to have totally rebuilt it. Yeah, I could believe that. Wind Wing, how much are those? Oh, for sticks. Oh.
Shields on.
Less than 200. Got it. Got it. Yeah, if I was going for budget under 200, I think I'm getting NXTs every time, personally. But the Solar 2s don't look bad. They don't look bad. You'll have to let me know how you like them long term. Can't get VKB in the US right now. I keep forgetting that. Yeah, I've heard about him, Tumblr. I've heard about him. I've never used him. I don't doubt it, though. I don't doubt it. Yo, Virgil's got a bounty. Should we go fight Virgil with the attritions? We'd get smoked, honestly. This guy is over at Area 18, maybe? Yeah, sad. Wait. Not at Area 18, though, so maybe we could go get him. Hold on. Let's get some fuel. $50 million if you send Virgil to jail?
Complete.
The hell? You want me to get kicked out, Orty? That being said, I think I'd get smoked with the attrition talent for sure, but I'd rather fight with Virgil. But fuck it, let's do it. We're sitting this. No, I'm just kidding.
Launch complete. Shields off.
Leo gets Firebird him. All right, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Actually, Thumb, you come in the M50. We'll Firebird M50 his ass. Oh man. Firebird him and drop it in flight review. Today, guys, we're going to be doing a high-level kill on Virgil, leader of Shadow Moses. See, you can see here when I middle click and then press G 6 times, I'm preparing my missiles, locking, and skillfully firing. Did QT animation change? No, just for the Talon. We're going to try to get this guy first, I think. Yeah, alien tech, quote unquote. No, the Firebird's nasty at the moment. It's stupid good. I did buy one for testing, and I killed, I think, 2 people with it, and then I put it away. Too good. Yeah, exactly. Too good. Scary good. I will say, yesterday, me and Thumb were fighting against a Firebird, and we were testing something out on accident where you can sort of like notch missiles, and it seems like it's working. I don't know. It seems like it's working. Like, if that was the case, like, imagine in a world where you had to notch a missile, but also you had to drop decoys the closer the missile was to you in order to shake it. Because isn't that like real life? You're supposed to do that? Like, drop them like right before it hits you or close. QT in the Banu is really cool too. Yeah, the Banu has it as well. I keep getting this bounty, but can't track him. Alien bird people? Hints while their ships look like birds. You think that's why our ships look like dicks? Just saying. Curious. I mean, it's kind of weird, right? Like, bird ship people look like birds. I'm just, maybe our ships remind us of us too. Okay, this guy's out in the middle of like, oh, Bachany. Okay. Sick. Okay, this should be good. This should be good, hopefully.
Quantum travel engaged. Quantum travel complete. Shields on. Shields off.
What's he in? I don't know. He's fighting a Connie. Looks like he's fighting like in an inferno.
Contact. Shields
Hornet, perfect.
target friendly. Target.
Nice! Bro, that was actually pretty slick. I know that guy didn't really know what he was doing. He's just flying in a straight line. But the time to kill, that was pretty good. For a Talon? Well, was that a Mark II? I didn't get a good look at it. Not a fan of the new QT effects? Well, these aren't new. Wait, what do you mean new QT effects? You mean the ones we saw at CitizenCon? Or do you mean the ones you just saw from the Talon? Because these aren't new. This has actually been in since the Talon came in. It's just, it's unique to the Talon. He was really bad. I'm just talking about the time to kill. You know? Like, even if he was sitting still, that's pretty good time to kill. Nice, kid. Now, don't get deleted by Knight Rider CIG. May the 4th be with you. Okay. Okay. Thanks for the inspirational quote. Appreciate it. That guy made me look good? Come on, Ordy. You think so? All right, hop in the Hornet, Ordy. Let's go. 1v1. What? Oh, just kidding. Dude, is Bachany Point just screwed with landing? I like to see more unique QT jumps. Yeah. Yeah. Not the new QT stuff. Not yet. The new QT stuff I think looks really good actually. But We're not going to have that for a little bit, unfortunately. Okay, I think only other bounty on the server is Verge. And this ghost play guy. Oh, wait, he's not even here anymore. Verge is. He dipped. Ghost play. Dude, every time I get this guy's bounty, not intended, he's a ghost. How's the patch? Pretty good, actually. Pretty good. There was a stress test this morning that I don't think went like technically amazing, but it was 400 people in the same spot in R-Corp, and it was at least like, well, it's like 15 frames a second, but at least it wasn't like 30K'ing every like 2 seconds. 30K'd one time. I think performance overall is pretty decent, to be honest.
Landing gear down.
Couple of big issues they need to fix still, but aside from that. Going after Verge would be Anakin Obi-Wan moment. Yeah, maybe. You are the chosen one. You were supposed to bring balance to the Force, not destroy it. What are the big issues? Invisible Polaris. That's one. Not being able to repair consistently in a hangar. I think that's fixed already. Trying to think. A couple others that I'm forgetting about. It's a stealth Polaris. Come on, Berks. I know.
Shields off.
Wait, hold on.
Shields on.
Sorry, someone said something in chat I wanted to read. Someone was complaining that they got killed in jail and they were almost out and their timer reset when they got killed. Oh god. I was like trying to figure out why people were making a fuss. Oh, missiles, dude. Missiles are a big one. Yeah, missiles need to get fixed big time. Missiles have been like really unshakable. So that's one thing they need to fix. So they can fix the missile thing. I don't think that they're going to fix the missile thing before live. I hope I'm wrong, but I'm not sure it's a priority for them to fix. Yeah, I guess we'll just have to see. Also, I think Badgeny is like totally screwed because I haven't been able to land here once. But I'll just bark. It's fine.
Landing gear up. Engines off.
Have a good Star Wars meme. I want to see it. Oh, you have one. You'd have to drop it on Discord. YouTube doesn't like links. Yeah, year of playability for Firebird pilots. Yeah, true. All right, chat. Yo, I think I'm actually going to call the stream a little early. I've got some stuff to do today. And something kind of came up I need to take care of. Unfortunately. Something I kind of forgot about. Like an IRL thing. Oopsie. But everything's fine. It's fine. I need to take care of it. I might be back on later. Maybe. Possibly. Potentially. Nice landing with gear up. Hey, listen, you never need landing gear. It's optional. It's optional. It's a cosmetic tool, mainly. Yell later already. Good. I don't want to be here anyways. Let me see if I can raid you guys out to someone. I haven't been raiding lately. But... sure, there's someone online. See. What the hell? I need to watch more streams. I don't recognize a lot of the people in the category these days. You know what, guys? I think I'm just gonna dip. It's all good. Just gonna dip. All right. Also, oh shit, we just got an ad on Twitch. Fuck. All right. Well, I'm just gonna end the stream so you guys don't have to sit through the rest of it. Yo, thank you guys for hanging out. GG's. I'll see you in the next one. Appreciate you guys on YouTube as well. Red Rabbit, Spark, Hemlock. Yo, Nox, have a good one. Bad Swede. Later, guys. Till next time. GG's. Good night. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out, guys.